of Liberty.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Inherently and historically opposed to secret society.
We, as Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in the
decided
past,
long ago
to do whatever needs to be done
and unwarranted
to preserve this last and greatest bastion of freedom.
Far outweigh the dangers
In this present crisis,
justify it.
government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where we're going to start things off a little bit lighter tonight.
Good evening.
Joe, how do you take $1.5 billion in laundered money to the bank?
In Hunter Biden's car?
Ukraine it. Welcome back. We're going a little bit earlier tonight.
Is that your special entrance thing you were telling me about earlier?
What?
You said you had something special, something?
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
That was very uneventful.
Wait a second. Why is it saying that our stream has low bit rate? Are we getting audio?
I can hear it.
Hello? Yeah?
I don't know. Okay, it's weird. So, some funky shit continues to go on. We got some new studio lights.
Probably getting outgoed.
Courtesy
Probably
of
Joe's shitty internet.
Could be that.
Lonnie
actually.
and myself. It probably is Joe's shitty internet.
Yeah, I think the lights look really good. Actually.
Yeah, the lights look fantastic. We're very well lit. Lonnie, your can. Well, no, I don't know what that is. Anyway, there's some shadowy shit. Right? Okay.
And not just at this stream.
It is the ghost.
The ghost of Liberty Past. Anywho, we're starting a little bit earlier this week because Joe has to be up super early in the morning to get things ready for Governor Meemaw.
Yes.
And
Stupid.
I agree. It's very stupid.
It's not stupid.
It's stupid.
My job. And
Because
Dumb.
you know why it's stupid? Because Governor Meemaw's going to come there and she's not going to take one fucking look at the grass.
you never know, man.
She's not. She's not going to be like, wow, that's some pretty nice fescue or
See,
Bermuda. Or
She's not going to step foot on that campus and be like, oh, that's some pretty grass.
They're going to pull her right up to the door. They're going to lead her right inside. Even Beth knows it's true. They're going to pull her straight up, put her right in the fucking door, and she's going to give her a little speech, and then she's going to come out, burp, get her fucking Meemaw sweet tea
That's
drink.
funny. I know we
and then
showed it
she's
before,
gonna
but I
leave.
got to see it again. That's funny. The video of Meemaw burping.
Oh.
Dude, she's done that so many times.
Like, we showed it before, but we got to show it again.
She's
That's
like,
so funny.
excuse me?
Excuse me.
Pardon me?
Pardon me.
No, it wasn't even like, it sounded like a monster coming out of her guts. Like,
Anyway, so we're going to get back into the normal stuff with the...
Ah, damn it, boy.
damn it, Bobby. Can't take
Drop
you
my
nowhere.
phone.
Where's that?
It's real good for it. I don't know.
Use your flashlight. We're going on a hunt. We're going on a mystery. Oh. That's that thing I threw at you earlier.
I don't know, man.
Well, I don't know what the fuck it is either.
Give me my phone. Lonnie, how was your week?
That was good. I got rear-ended earlier this week.
Ugh.
It wasn't bad, but the
Yeah.
whole story behind it, I told Justin it's too long to go into, but it was just a fucking disaster.
Lonnie got hit and run.
Yeah.
Oh, they ran?
But we caught the guy. And he did it right beside... It's funny because there's like a cop directing traffic at a church where I was at. And he rear-ended me right beside the cop. And the cop was like, all right, I'll be down there in a minute. Hold on. We got the guy. He went like an eighth of a mile down the road and pulled into a gas station.
Very dumb.
And the cop was like, it was...
It's like, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, and the cop was not very happy about it. Yeah.
Give it to him.
Yeah, he was a...
Stupid. Smell like failure.
Both of those.
Yep.
And he tried to
Both
he tried to big boy me. He thought he was going to intimidate me. He was like, are you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And he was like, wrong. Gave me a...
Who tried to big boy you? The guy that
that hit me. He was like, there's nothing wrong with your car. And I said, that's not the point. You hit me. He's like, what, you want my insurance? And I was like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. And he was like shaking and stuff, like trying to put his shirt on, and he was like shaking like a leaf. And I was like, dude, don't try to fucking big boy me.
I will jack you up.
I'm wiry. William Wallace.
Anyway, all right. So, Lonnie, you had a
Yep.
eventful week. Joe, how was your week?
Just busy, as usual. It's summertime.
Justin, how was your week?
Well, it's my last free week.
Nerd.
I start school Monday.
Oh, yeah. Beth does, too.
Yep. Something's wrong with that button, by the way.
Yep.
I tried on the
Yeah,
other
I
one,
know.
too.
I tried both of them.
Does this work? That one don't work either.
Go pull up the Stream Deck software real quick and check that. It may have logged us out of the Stream Deck. Double click the... No? That's super weird. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
You want me to close this out and open it back up?
Yeah, just close it and open it back up. See how that works. Yeah, I start school Monday and working a full-time job, going to school.
I don't like that.
It's hard.
It's going to be interesting. What are you doing?
Hey, man, you just keep on doing your thing, okay?
I can't focus when
Justin's like,
when
squirrel.
Yeah, it's not running still.
That felt good.
Or I don't think it is anyway.
No, it doesn't appear so.
Anywho,
Open it back up.
yeah.
Oh,
So
excuse me, by the way.
again, I start school Monday, and it's gonna be no, still nothing.
Is it because it doesn't have a title?
That should just be double clicking the account. No, and down there.
Oh, here.
Yeah. And then click on the Embers of Liberty one. I don't know. That's not supposed to do anything.
Stop being vid. It's been very vid.
I don't know. Ever since this computer crashed, shit's just fucking weird.
Literally, every time we power this computer on, it's just something else is not working.
It's something different every time. But anyway, yeah, so again, last time I'm going to say it, start school Monday, working a full-time job, all that good shit. So it's going to be challenging, but it'll be worth it in the end. And
Indeed. It's very hard.
Business administration for the associates, and then get into some supply chain management logistics.
Yay!
So,
And you just need to learn another language.
I mean, I speak a little bit of a foreign language, but I'm not going to learn a foreign language this late in life.
Look,
Not happening.
bullshit-o is not a language, okay?
Yeah.
Je parle en français.
Oh.
Oui.
Oui. Je parle en français. That's about all I can say anymore.
I speak a little bit of German. That's just 'cause
Lieben Sie Deutsch?
Lieben Sie Deutsch. Fick meine Kleinmuschki.
Anyway, we're not Krauts over here, so it's time to talk freedom things. So, getting right into it this week, it would appear that the indictments will continue until the Orange Man is dead.
I mean,
And this is... Okay, at some point, the American people are just going to have to be like, okay, enough is enough. Because this is out of control at this point. There's no reason that these people should be indicting Donald Trump for challenging the results of the freest and fairest election ever. Okay, first off, there's multiple montages of Democrats all saying, the election is stolen, or it's an illegitimate election, or Trump's an illegitimate president, aka Hillary Clinton.
It only happened back in 2016, not that long ago.
It's not like Stacey Abrams, the wannabe governor of Georgia, kept saying, that the election was stolen from her.
Yeah, and she still never conceded that election, right?
Nope.
To this day.
Nope. And then, she got cast on Star Trek as the president of Earth.
Boy.
Yeah. Way to inflate the fat bitch's ego.
Talk about being full of yourself.
First off, the fact that she has a gap in her front teeth that you could drive a semi through is bad enough.
Yup.
And yeah.
All right, Goofy.
That is funny, though.
It's just, at some point, you got to stop. You have to stop, because there was no way, there's no way in hell that he gets convicted of any of these things.
We need that Michael Jordan sound button. Just stop.
Get some help.
Get some help.
We do. Anyway, so let's go ahead and go to this.
We have just had official word that the docket
right?
has been updated. That is the publicly facing portion.
Never seen a girl look more like a
official
guy
docket. The court. This is the court website.
Have you never seen Megan Rapinoe?
And I can tell you now officially that former President Donald J. Trump has been criminally indicted in the state of Georgia in a prosecution brought by the Fulton County District.
Hold on.
We need a wow button.
Or like Cody does. Wow.
Hey,
wow.
Hold on.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
A bullshit.
But anyways, I think it's going to be kind of like, it's going to be the same thing that's going to happen like when they said that he was a Russian asset.
Yeah.
They're going to overdo it to the point where everybody's just going to be like,
You've said this a million times.
They're just going to be like, hey, hold on, wait a minute.
A bullshit.
A bullshit. I love that kid. Anyway, we don't have to watch a whole bunch of this, but I do want to watch a little bit of it. So,
Attorney Fonnie Willis. In terms of the number of defendants here, we are still accessing this information. It has just been posted on the docket, but it is former President Donald Trump.
So she's about to list off a bunch of people. They're trying this as a RICO case, which is fucking weird because RICO is literally about the mob.
They tried to do the same thing for the document case in Miami. And the judge
was like, fuck no.
The judge said, uno reverso.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you explain why you want to have a grand jury from Washington, D.C. instead of in Miami?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, fuck.
Ah, fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. RICO was not made for this. Not only was it not made for this, well, it's for mob. It's for the mob. Not only was RICO not made for this, it wasn't made for anything regarding the President of the United States. And it is perfectly legal to challenge the results of an election. Sorry, it is. And to keep insinuating that you must accept the results of the election when they turn out the way that we wanted them to.
Exhibit Stacey Abrams.
Exhibit Stacey Abrams and Hillary Clinton. Sorry. It doesn't work that way. We have the First Amendment for a reason. We are perfectly capable of having our own free opinion and saying the things that we believe to be true. Whether they are true or not makes no difference.
And to think that being the president just cuts that off.
Yeah.
You're actually granted more rights for freedom of speech under the presidency than you are just being a normal citizen. So,
yeah.
I mean.
Exactly. So, anyway, go ahead and let her read off the list, because there's a bunch of people on there.
Oh, that one doesn't work either?
What? Which one? Oh, my God. That one is an easy fix. Go to the Stream Deck software. I don't know why it keeps putting them back on that. Because it's trying to pull them off of the USB. Yeah, just change the file. Go to Embers Soundbots. Down, it's right there under AOC. Now it should work.
True international effort to pressure.
All right.
It's pretty. Damn it! Just run through the buttons real quick and make sure they work.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come on, man.
Smell it.
It was at this moment that
Liar!
True international.
You are fake. Go, you know.
Oof. Yeehaw!
Yeah, I didn't put that one back on there because we need to record Lonnie doing it. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, let's let this let's let Megan Rapinoe's long lost sister finish this list off.
Megan Rapinoe.
Trump, along with several others who have been criminally indicted this evening. We are accessing the documents themselves right now as
Wasn't
we
one
can
of the
get
people
our hands on
indicted
them. I think printers
Kanye's
are whirring.
like former manager or something?
And
Who?
we expect
Kanye's?
to hear from District
I don't
Attorney Connie
know.
Willis.
I think one of the
essentially
ladies
any
that was
moment now
indicted was
that
like one of
those
his
things
former
have been
managers or
released.
something related to Kanye.
Probably.
Wow.
Okay, from the...
Oh, okay. You know
All right,
what?
So this is from
I didn't
the
watch this whole
docket.
thing. So
The state of Georgia.
You know,
No,
with his big
it's
ears,
going.
with his big ears she's got, you think she could hear
Donald
the truth.
John Trump, Rudolph William Louis Giuliani, John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall Meadows, Kenneth John Cheesebro, Jeffrey Bossert Clark, Jenna Lynn Ellis, Ray Stalling Smith III, Robert David Cheeley, Michael A. Roman, David James Schaefer, Sean
boy's got an opossum.
Micah Thresher Still, Stephen Cliffgard
Hey.
Lee, Harrison William Prescott Floyd, Trevion Cootie, Sydney Catherine Powell,
Forgot about that
Kathleen
dang possum.
Alston Latham.
Boy just came in here
Scott
waving a
Graham
possum
Hall,
around.
Misty
Tell me you live in
Hampton,
Alabama without telling me you live in
AKA
Alabama.
Emily Misty Hayes. It is a 40-count felony indictment
Yeah, and
out of
Rachel,
Fulton County, Georgia.
should we touch on just some of the crimes
Okay.
listed?
Yes.
I'm tired of hearing this already.
Yeah, I'm really sick of this shit because at the end of the day, none of what Trump did was a felony. None of what Trump did is chargeable. These are all specious. And quite frankly, fuck you.
Hey,
He
Rachel.
did.
Thank you, Joe.
Rachel, don't forget, Trump said this about you one time.
You are fake news.
And don't forget it.
Don't forget it. You are indeed fake news. Sorry, you're fake news. Excuse me. Probably the biggest fake news of any fake news. What are you doing?
You know what? Don't worry about it, okay?
Here, wait, no, you deleted something.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. There was a video right there.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, fuck.
No, yeah.
What are you doing? What? You just Control Z, bruh.
Okay, Mr. Copy Paste. You don't ever use those.
Do we have that saved on here anywhere?
No, but nope, wrong one. Up one. Hit the button up. Yeah, right there. Damn it, Lonnie.
I don't think anything's messed up, is it?
Yes, it is.
They just put a space in it.
No. There's a video that's
Yeah,
gone.
there was a video underneath it.
No.
You son of a bitch. See,
Just
this
undo
is-
it. See if it'll undo. Nope.
No, it's not going to undo. Hold on. I can get it real quick.
Good night, buddy. Love you.
There was actually,
Love you.
I do believe, 2 videos because, yeah. I know for a fact that I put 2 on there. Shit.
Na 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 na.
This is super annoying.
Is it important? Oh,
There you go.
God, this lady looks like a bitch. And I'll say the presser that she gave was absolutely horrible to listen to.
Looked like she's about to tell me why my penis is a problem for the America.
You know who she reminded me of trying to talk?
Giggles?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah. She looks like Kamala Harris.
Well, that's racist, Joe.
No, I mean, like, she actually...
Jesus, fuck. No similarity looking at all.
No,
I think so.
Besides the bags under the eyes.
The bags under the eyes are the only thing.
And her hair is similar.
At least Kamala Harris doesn't have a double chin.
No, I think there are physical similarities.
That's a huge chin.
That's a huge chin.
Anyway, this is Fannie Willis announcing the indictment.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, geez, she does sound like
I'm here with the prosecutors and investigators who have worked diligently on the investigation of criminal attempts to interfere in the administration of Georgia's 2020 presidential election. Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment.
She looked like she's about to go, oh, hell no.
19 individuals with violations of Georgia law arising from a criminal conspiracy to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in this state. The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long. Please remember that everyone charged in this bill of indictment is presumed innocent. Specifically,
except for you
the
don't
indictment brings
presume
felony charges against
any of them innocent.
Donald John Trump, Rudolph William Louis Giuliani, John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall Meadows, John Cheeseborough,
fix that for you.
Jeffrey
Meadows.
Clark, Jenna Lynn Ellis, Ray Stallings Smith III, Robert David Cheeley.
I can't listen to this bitch talk anymore. First off, the indictment is a giant nothing burger, just like every other indictment that Trump has been under. Go straight to the next video.
2.
Because this is later on.
Can we really take anybody serious who names Fanny?
No. Not that has much of anything to do with this, but this is only 45 seconds.
To the indictment.
Jesus Christ.
Put it up there.
Is this the same one?
It's part of that same video, but it's the important part.
As is the normal process in Georgia law, the grand jury issued arrest warrants for those who are charged. I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023. I remind everyone here that an indictment is only a series of allegations based on a grand jury's determination of probable cause to support the charges. It is now the duty of my office to prove these charges in the indictment beyond a reasonable doubt at trial.
Anyway.
Let me guess. Nobody turned themselves in.
No.
It's not happening yet.
First off, they're going to mugshot Donald Trump.
They got to do it.
No, they don't have to do it.
No, that's their goal.
That's their goal. It's not necessary.
No.
It's not necessary at all because mugshots are typically for people who are not well known. This is one of the most famous men on the planet. He's not going anywhere. He's in the middle of a presidential election. They're literally just, at this point, just trying to put as many charges as they can on him so that he can't.
Another thing you have to understand, too, is since he's a former president, anything like this that's figured out, like, you think they're going to put Trump behind bars even to bail out? No, the Secret Service is going to say absolutely fucking not. And guess what? They outrank you tenfold.
Yep.
You're talking about the Secret Service. You think they're going to let you put Trump in a jail system for even to bail out?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Malik agrees. He hates her voice.
It's fucking horrible.
Trust me, we all hate her voice. It is bad.
We hate her.
So
sounds like a fanny.
We're just going to hit all of the Trump stuff right now. because
I'm
this
about
is
it.
just fucking. The news cycle is literally just Trump now. So Trump is going to be skipping.
Well, you don't think they want to talk about Biden and all his bullshit and his 40 weeks of vacation?
No. They don't want to talk about that. So Trump is going to be skipping the GOP debate to do an interview with Tucker Carlson instead. I don't agree with this. I think that you have people who are legitimately running against you. You should be able to prove yourself the worthy candidate on the debate stage, like you did in 2016.
Look. I think there's plenty of opportunities for that, but I think it's actually a very smart move, and here's why. Because I think Tucker Carlson leaving Fox has now gained a lot of independent people with his new show, and I think having an audience of independents looking at Trump and listening to him have an interview with Tucker Carlson.
With someone who's not going to just fucking...
He's not going to spitball him, easy questions. He's going to actually give him tough questions.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, nobody's going to ask Joe Biden tough questions. And here's the other thing. This is what's going to happen, right? Trump skipping out on this debate means that Joe Biden is now going to use I don't debate insurrectionists and people who tried to overthrow democracy.
Yeah, I think so, but I think that the bigger crowd, even watching the debate with him and Biden, I think the bigger crowd's going to be with Tucker Carlson.
Probably.
And I think more people that actually matter. Because if anybody's watching from the Democratic side, for Biden, they're diehard Biden. They're not going to swing their vote for Trump at all.
No, they're not.
I think
I agree with that.
I think the people who want to be influenced are going to be watching Tucker. I think this is a smart move, and I think moving forward he shouldn't miss any more chances to debate against Biden.
I don't think so either.
But I think that this one alone should be a good start for a lot of independent voters.
I mean, me and Joe said it last week. I would really like to see the next presidential debate happen in Shapiro style.
Yep.
With them in jail cells across the hall from each other, just screaming at each other.
Yep.
That would be perfect in my book. That would be the best thing that could ever happen.
Somebody back behind Donald Trump. Yes, Daddy. I understand.
I understand, Daddy.
And then somebody behind Joe Biden sniffing him.
That would be beautiful.
Rubbing his leg hair down.
But anyway, so we really don't have to play this video because it doesn't really say anything that I didn't say already.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and go on to Trump running his mouth.
Yeah.
Republicans attending the gathering, conservative.
Okay.
Well, that was weird. Trump just can't keep his mouth shut.
No,
he just can't.
That's his biggest problem, man.
He can't.
But you know what?
That's the reason I don't want him as president.
But
myself.
see, that's why I want him as president, because he knows that that's something he can't change. We all expect that.
Yeah.
But that's one of his.
I feel like
I think that's the smallest shortcoming of Trump. I really do.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
I think that's something very minuscule in the grand scheme of things.
I don't think it's
because his international policy is fantastic. His financial policy is fantastic. His job policy is fantastic. I could go on and on. His border policy is extremely good. Yep. I mean, dude, he got a peace deal in the Middle East. Who fucking else has done that?
Nobody.
He's walked into the demilitarized zone in North Korea by himself with no protection whatsoever. Who else has done that?
Nobody. So here's the... that army defector did, but...
That boy's in for a rude awakening. That guy's gonna get a lot of shit that he didn't want. But I think all that outweighs his mouth.
Or he's going to be treated like royalty. Because he holds valuable secrets.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
In military uniform.
Yeah.
But I do think all that stuff that, regardless of his running his mouth, I think that is the least of my worries with Trump. As far as if he gets elected, I know that's going to be the... That's going to be the thing that the media...
biggest thing for me is that he can't keep his mouth shut.
That's the only thing he really has. That's the really only negative side... I mean, he has a couple of other things that maybe he's a little, maybe not perfectly aligned with you. I'm assuming.
No, I mean, nobody is perfectly aligned with me because I take so many positions on different
as far
things.
as like an actual issue that you would actually say, this is a problem.
Right.
But his policies, on the other hand, he's pretty much, he hits most of my policy.
He hits most of my policy positions as well, but
Yeah, and that's
somebody
the only
needs. If somebody had just installed a fake Twitter app on his phone, so much of this would have been avoided. So much.
Well, the good news is, if he gets elected this time,
he's on
Truth
Twitter.
Social.
Yeah, but then everybody's just going to go to Truth Social.
Yeah,
and
but but you think the left?
They already do.
You think the leftist media is going to go to Truth Social?
They already do.
They do. I mean, how else do they report it?
Exactly.
Well, most of it's because he does videos, but I guess he does it on Truth Social too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I think it's that's small potatoes in the grand scheme of things.
So let's take a listen to Trump running his mouth about Biden's Hawaii response.
I would like to express my sympathy and warmest regards to the people of Hawaii, and specifically all of those who have been so gravely and irreparably hurt by the tragedy of the wildfires in Maui, something the likes of which have seldom been seen anywhere at any time. The death caused by this catastrophic event will be far worse than ever expected now that houses and cars in other areas are being inspected. The sad thing is, it should never have happened. Our government was not prepared, and very importantly, the aftermath is going very poorly, with the governor of the island wanting to do nothing but blame it on global warming and other things that just happened to pop into his head. When asked about it today, as he was getting into a car, perhaps coming home from the beach, where he has been spending a great deal of time, crooked Joe Biden, the most incompetent president in the history of our country, with a laugh and a smile, said he had no comment on the death and the tragedy. To say no comment is oftentimes fine, but to be smiling when you say it, especially against such a tragedy as this, is absolutely horrible and unacceptable. It is a disgraceful thing that Joe Biden refuses to help or comment on the tragedy in Maui, just as he refused to help or comment on the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, for a very, very long time. In any event, hopefully everyone will be able to pull together so that a horrible situation does not get even worse. To the families affected, I give you my love and sympathy. Nothing can ever replace your loved ones, but you will always have the memories and will feel their great love surrounding and embracing you. Together we will continue to carry their legacy forward, and I love you all very much. Thank you.
That's something I was just thinking about before this started.
I mean, I know you said he's running his mouth, but what did you say that was wrong?
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
I know, but he just can't not run his mouth.
It's the whole where he's spending time on the. He don't know if he's spending time on the beach.
Well, yes, he does.
Yes, he does. That's where he was coming from.
We all know that he's spending time on the beach.
Do you know how many weeks of vacation Joe Biden has used since he's been president? 40 weeks.
In 3 years.
3 years.
Well, not even 3 years.
So one thing
in 2 years.
I forgot to say that I thought of actually right before this video was one thing we haven't mentioned was the Hawaiian wildfires, and that our thoughts and prayers go out to those folks.
Yeah,
because
obviously.
It's been a very, very traumatic situation. I heard on Shapiro where they were finding like cars with whole families burned alive.
Dude, it happened so fast.
Yeah, like that's.
There was one family that I saw that they. I mean, I'm sure there was many, but there was one family that they were in the bay of.
Oh yeah, and they kept having to go in the water.
No, they stayed in the water for 5 hours straight.
And it was cold.
Yeah,
the water's cold.
I mean, yeah, it's the Pacific. It's fucking.
But what I'm
cold.
saying, but what one girl said, they kept having to like go onto the beach to warm up. Then the flames got so hot they had to go back into the water.
What?
I don't understand.
Stop nitpicking what?
I'm talking about how Trump's running his mouth.
Oh, well, first off, it's just the simple fact of the matter that he continuously runs his mouth. Whether he's right or wrong is irrelevant. He's constantly running his mouth. Now, at the same time, what Donald Trump said was correct. Joe Biden has been spending more time at the beach than he has been doing his job. And you can say what you want about Trump, but he got things done for the American people whether you want to believe it or not. I saw the benefit of it personally.
Yep.
And again, Joe and I are not Republicans. Lonnie is a Republican.
Yep, I am.
So we have another comment from Lizanne. And she says, at least Biden didn't golf on our dime. I mean, it's not any different. Like,
it's literally not any different.
He's still getting,
they're vacationing on our dime.
Yeah, I mean,
both of them are, and all the presidents do it.
They all do it.
At the end of the day, it is a job, and you are allotted vacation time.
But 40 weeks?
That's a bit absurd. Regardless if he's going on his own time or our time, that's absurd.
It's absurd. It is absolutely unacceptable, especially when you're doing things like saying no comment to a disaster that's happening to your country.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you get no sympathy from me.
And the thing is, Donald Trump, he would play golf every day, but at least he was within, it's just a phrase here.
Honestly,
he was
don't care
within
about him
earshot of
playing.
Washington, D.C. at any given moment. He could be there, ready to tackle whatever he needed to.
Golfing really isn't as big of a deal as like going off somewhere.
I mean, Biden was at the beach. I mean, when this whole thing transpired, he was at the beach, getting in a car at the beach. That's different. That's a whole different mode of relaxing.
So how he just mentioned the train derailment? Did y'all know there's actually a train derailment here in Alabama the other day?
There's been several this year.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I didn't know it.
Yep, in DeKalb County.
I don't pay that much attention to local stuff unless it directly impacts me. No, we're
this one.
Yeah, but back to Trump, right? So he's gonna be the Republican nominee. There's no way around it. He's going to.
DeSantis doesn't have a chance in hell.
No, he doesn't.
Vivek is gaining on him like he's sitting still.
Yeah, well, that's because Vivek is actually a good candidate.
He is. I agree. I don't agree with all of his policies. I don't think
anybody. But that's the thing. You can't agree with everybody's policies on everything.
And I'll say this: I think I align more with all of Trump's policies as overall what he's done and what I've seen him do, opposed to Vivek. But I think if Trump was out, I would definitely say Vivek.
For sure.
Would be the next guy up.
I would say Vivek. I would vote for Vivek.
I would too. And the thing is, like, he may have said things in the past. People keep bringing that up. I'm like, okay, that's the past. Your mind can change over time.
Yeah.
Like,
my thoughts and opinions have changed over time. Ask Joe.
Exactly. I mean, they have to for you to be better and more rounded as a
it's
rounded
called
as a person.
Growing as a person. You can't just hold the same mindset.
Yeah, you can't expect
your
to be
entire
the same
life.
views your whole life.
You're going to change, especially when you hit milestones like getting married, having kids, having a full-time job, having responsibilities, owning a house. They all change your mindset. Like everything that happens to you in life is going to change your mindset. And there was a point in time when I was a never Trumper. Like, I did not want Trump anywhere near the White House. But once he got there,
I realized there was a benefit to it.
There was a benefit to me, personally.
Yeah. And not only that, but just everybody around you. Like, everybody benefited from that. Regardless of if you think you did or not, you did.
You really did. I mean, they want to say tax cuts for the wealthy. No, it was a tax cut for us.
I got more money back.
I got more money.
I got more money back than I've ever gotten back.
It's... Now they're giving you your child tax credit throughout the year and claiming that they're doing something for you. No, they're just
not only
taking it out of your tax return.
Not only that, but the biggest thing to me
have to sign up for that.
The biggest thing to me is like you look at the 4 years that Trump was in office. Look how peaceful and just everything was in the world.
Yeah. Everything that didn't involve the United States.
I will say that pretty much it was a smooth 4 years.
It was
in my life.
Foreign affairs was very smooth
until COVID.
No, it was still smooth. I mean, as far as like, I'm talking about like being hostile towards other countries being hostile. True. Like there was a couple of things
because they didn't know what the fuck Trump was going to do.
Iran tested the waters.
There was a couple things, in the Middle East, but that's always going to be there.
Right.
That's never going to stop. Like,
when there's peace in the Middle East, that's when Christ is coming back.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the end times there. But, I mean, you look at, like, China. China wasn't fucking bullying Taiwan. Russia wasn't in Ukraine.
Nope.
There was nothing of the sort, not even close.
But Trump was Putin's puppet.
Yeah. He told him, he said, you try anything, I'm nuking you.
I know exactly where you live.
I'm going to turn the entire city of Moscow
into
glass.
Russia thinks they're slick. They think that Vladimir Putin having all these different residences and duplicate offices and shit that all look exactly the same keeps U.S. intelligence from knowing where he's at all times.
U.S. intelligence knows
exactly where your ass is, bitch. And we could have you out in an hour.
If that.
I'm being generous.
Dude, one sat phone call away, you're done.
So, I mean, you know, and it gives them one of the whole, where is it? Is it this one?
Yeah.
I don't even think there would be an FBI.
No, it's going to be CIA.
No, it wouldn't even be that.
No, it would just be the explosion at the end.
It would be his general to his left turns and goes, "Sorry, sir."
Or it would be like,
Yeah, I mean,
that light's handy.
I mean, but in all reality, I think the difference in the world now versus what it was under Trump is night and day.
It is. It's 100%. It's a completely different planet.
And
now.
I think there's many
weird.
facets to that. There's many facets to that. It's not just financial. It's not just job wise. It's not just. And the thing is, you can bring up the Biden's brought more jobs. No, he
recovered COVID jobs.
He's reinstated jobs that already existed. He hasn't created.
He didn't recover COVID jobs.
No,
we the people did.
But you have to give credit where credit's due. He was president when it happened.
Yeah,
not that he
being
did.
the president doesn't mean that you're creating jobs. Okay?
And that's the
I'm
thing.
sorry, that's not how it works.
He's the president. I don't give him credit for my farts, man. Like, damn.
But look, I'll say this: Trump did make it a point to go to big auto manufacturers and say, "Hey, if you're going to continue to operate out of the country, we're going to tax you to no end." They brought jobs back, so directly there, he was the result of that. And
there are things that the president can do for the economy.
He can influence it, but he ultimately it is our job.
This idea that the president is this all powerful person, a de facto king, it's just not true. It's not what America was founded on, and you've got to stop. Like we've got to get the people of this country out of the mindset of it's okay for Congress not to do their jobs because the president will just do it for them.
I like Warren Buffett's theory on fixing the problem in Washington. If the debt limit reaches a certain amount,
fire them all.
No, you instate a rule that everyone in Congress and Senate can no longer run for another term.
That's a great idea.
I would like to institute a rule that says if the debt limit reaches a certain amount, you cannot vote for yourself a raise. You cannot.
I would like to say that
you get a pay cut.
No, not even that. So here's my thought on Congress as a whole. You get 2 terms as a senator, 1 term as a rep, because reps are 6-year terms.
And if you ain't doing shit within that 6 terms, you don't need to be there.
Yeah, if you can't get anything done in 6 years, you don't deserve to be there. And then you get 2 terms as president, for a total of 12 years in Congress and 8 years as a president. So 20 years total is the maximum amount of time that you can be in office.
Hey,
because
you
at
look
that
at
point,
city and state jobs, that's all you're really working anyways. 25 years, right? It's like the cutoff.
At that point, if you are still eligible to run for office, you're so old that you're not in touch with your voter base. You're not going to get things done that people who voted for you think are important. And I think there should be an age limit.
Yeah.
Not only that, but along with term limits, I think that wherever you run, your salary is tied to the median income of your constituents.
Yeah.
If you're running in a very wealthy district, you make more. If you're running in a poorer district, you make less, because you're more likely to fight for the people that you actually represent if you are in their shoes.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be opposed. I wouldn't even be opposed to the upper limit of that, but I don't think it should exceed the upper limit of the median.
No.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a great idea, because at that point, then you feel the struggle just as much as the people you're representing.
And I think that's what they need.
Because when it started, when all these representatives and stuff started back in the day, do you think these guys were making millions of dollars? Were they making hundreds or thousands of dollars a month compared to everybody else in the colonies? No.
They were doing it for free.
They were making the same amount based on what they did.
They were expected to make their own income, basically.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They were making based on what they did at home.
It was out of duty to your country. It was not out of political or financial gain. There was nothing.
There was no base salary back then, and I think that's exactly how it should be, because guess what? When there lies wealth, there lies corruption.
Well, I think a lot of what's going on can be done away with if we got rid of their salaries entirely.
Yeah.
You work your normal job, and
you
then
know
you
what?
do this.
Fuck you, Pelosi. No trading in the stock market either.
Nope. None. Zero.
Fuck you.
That should have been banned a long time ago.
That should be
Politicians
gone.
have been enriching themselves on insider information for far too long.
And if we would have done something like that, we would be under the jail.
Yes, we would. So let's go ahead and go.
That's one thing that I'm getting tired of
bit.
is these folks in politics and stuff.
What are we doing?
We're going to skip.
Really, folks
we're going
in
to skip
general.
around a little bit. I didn't realize how disconnected some of this stuff is.
I'm getting tired of folks in general, like getting away with stuff that normal folks would be like put away for the rest of their life.
Oh, you mean like Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
So since we've been talking about the Hawaii fires, go ahead and go to the Hawaii fires, because this actually gives an idea of what might have started the Hawaii wildfires. And then after this, we'll go to Overlay 1.
The death toll from the deadly Maui wildfires has now grown to 106, and officials warn they believe that number will still grow.
Search and rescue crews continue to search block by block through the destroyed community of Lahaina. ABC's Melissa Adon is live in Maui and joins us with the very latest. Melissa?
Philip, Giovanna, we've been here now for a week reporting on the devastation here. The governor expected to have another press briefing in a few hours. We're going to learn some more new information. Of course, the hardest part is that death toll that has surpassed 100 lives. The death toll from the Maui wildfires now surpassing 100 after intense flames decimated the historic town of Lahaina, with powerful winds sending power lines to the ground.
The wind was so crazy. You get all this wind blowing, and now you get a fire. That was fuel, and just in a matter of minutes, that whole place was just engulfed.
Hawaiian Electric faces criticism for not shutting off the power amid high wind warnings. A class action lawsuit has already been filed against them. Hawaii's Governor Josh Green sharing that many of those killed by the wildfires have been found near the ocean.
We have to be very careful not to disturb the scene so that we can do the necessary recovery.
There are nearly 200 rescuers with 20 dogs in the impact zone, going through each building and house, or what's left of them, searching for the hundreds unaccounted for. ABC's Whit Johnson, escorted by FEMA, getting a first-hand look at the devastation in Lahaina.
It's like a bomb went off. It's like a fire and a tornado and a hurricane all combined and just decimated this place. And it's one thing to see the pictures, but to see it in person, it just hits you in a different way.
Tributes and vigils for those lost beginning to pour in, as 5 people who perished have now been identified, including 79-year-old Lahaina musician Buddy Jantok.
For him to be taken from us that way, I think that's what's the hardest to come to terms with.
It's sad. It's terrible.
Tragedy.
Yep, that is that's rough.
Yeah.
What was the roughest for me was hearing about the whole families burning alive in their cars.
Yeah.
Because imagine all I could do was imagine what their last moments look like. Like absolute worst thing you could be in. Like your whole family sitting there and you're all watching each other burn alive. Like that is absolutely just gut wrenching.
Yep, it is. And now we're gonna go to Overlay 1, Lonnie. So, Matt, this is the contrast in what President Biden is doing for his own people versus what he's doing for Ukraine. My population, 165,386. If every single person somehow qualified and managed to register for the one-time payment of $700, the total would be $115,770,900. That's 0.0029 of the latest amount he's trying to send to Ukraine right now. My fucking head is going to explode.
Yep.
Biden seeking to send $40 billion in emergency funds for Ukraine disaster relief.
No.
Yeah, you know what?
No.
Fuck Ukraine.
Yeah, not another penny to Ukraine.
Once you just change that emergency funds for Ukraine to Maui.
Yeah, Maui.
Give
Hawaii.
it to them. You know what? Double it.
You know what?
Eat a dick.
Thank you, Joe.
The only thing I would say is most of these people should have insurance.
Well,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. Doesn't
matter.
Listen, let me finish my point. I'm saying that should take care of their personal structures.
It should.
But we also have infrastructure needs and helping these people get, be semi-comfortable at least until they get their homes back.
You know what? I'll sum it up in one word. Tragedy.
It is. It's a tragedy.
That's all you need to say. The rest of it is irrelevant.
Right.
It's a tragedy. Send them funds to help them.
Yeah, I don't think they need $40 billion, but
no, but neither does Ukraine.
Yeah, fuck Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly. They need it more than Ukraine does.
For sure.
You know what Ukraine needs? A big fuck you.
Eat a dick.
Thank you.
That's my phrase. I'll take my phrase.
Thank you, Joe and Lonnie.
That's what they need.
But
they don't need no more fucking money.
No,
they don't.
Especially since it's come out that they have found out that Ukraine leadership has been embezzling it. I mean,
yeah.
When they first found that out, it should have been like, nope, cutting you off.
No more.
You're not getting another penny.
No more.
If you lose and your country burns to the ground, that's on you.
Yep. I agree with that 100%. Anyway, so now we're going to go back up to that one. So now not only is, Trump being indicted yet again, now they're saying that the chance for political violence is the highest that it's ever been. So not only are we headed towards World War III because of our involvement with Ukraine, now we're headed towards a civil war as well. So this is going to be real fucking fun.
With the impact of new indictments, officials on both sides of the aisle are working to investigate and eliminate politically motivated violence.
This guy looks
the number
like
of
he missed
people
his
who
role in
agree
the Barbie
force
movie.
is justified to restore Trump to the presidency is up to nearly 18 million American adults. Officials are predicting additional calls for violence, similar to those seen leading up to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Robert Pape joins us now on set, professor of political science at the University of Chicago. Bob, it's good to have you here.
Okay, that's
how much is...
It doesn't really matter what this guy has to say, because at the end of the day, political violence is not acceptable in this country.
I didn't hear nothing about civil war.
No, it doesn't say
political
that
violence.
Political violence
Potato,
is what's going to lead to a civil war.
I got you.
That was my point.
Oh, okay, I got you.
What do you think led to the actual civil war?
But I was just having a hard time connecting your A and B there. I got you now. I got you.
You know what?
Stupid.
No, he needs an allowance.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Yep. There we go.
Need to get my she back.
You can go ahead and go back to the live full screen. At the end of the day, if you're willing to come to blows over Pop and Orange Man, then
I don't want to be no part of that.
I want no part of you being in my circle.
No, and I don't want to be part of the country you make after that. Like,
no, I don't.
I don't want to see what that just sounds like stupid.
Political violence of this fashion is very Banana Republic bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I'm tired of hearing is fucking Banana Republic. But at the end of the day, that's what we're living in right now.
That's exactly what this is.
Because the never-ending stream of, we're going to indict Trump. You know what? No wonder his fucking voter base is pissed off.
No wonder they're getting stronger by the minute.
And then what are you going to do the day he actually wins and becomes president again? Your butt better be running for the hills because he's coming after you.
Well, that's why they're trying to prevent them.
Yeah,
as much as they can.
You're setting a precedent that is just dangerous.
And that's, and I'll say this.
It's already broken. You've already broken the glass.
That step's already been implemented.
And once you do that, there's no putting this genie back in the bottle.
We're officially in a but like you said, Banana Republic, and that's going to be like that from now on.
And I think it's only going to take. It's going to have to take someone, maybe not Trump, but someone Trump-esque,
Vivek,
possibly Vivek, to come in and set the ground rules back to how they need to be.
Like, hey, you can't go after political opponents.
At this point,
and like I said, I don't think it's necessarily Trump, because I think Trump is going to go balls to the wall if he wins, and he's going to go after everyone as hard as he can. And
because he's got nothing to lose at that point.
And at that point, honestly,
it's not you think. I mean, he is. He said he was.
And here's the thing, and I'm not saying that it's not justified. I think that he should. He needs to wipe house, and then someone needs to come in that has a little more or less vitriol to them than Trump towards these people.
Yeah.
To kind of set it back in place the way it should be.
So here's the thing that I think happened, right? I think at the end of the day, what happened with Trump is that he was set up from the get-go.
Yeah.
The establishment knew that he was coming, and people started telling him, hey, this guy is the person that you need for this, and this guy's the person that you need for that. And Trump, not knowing anything about these political people, was like, okay, that sounds good. That's why there was so many firings and so many people leaving Trump's White House. At the end of the day, Christopher Wray, the guy who's been going after everybody but Hunter Biden for, everything, calling Catholics domestic terrorists and pro-lifers domestic terrorists.
Going after parents of school board meetings.
Starting the January 6th riots and, all that stuff. Yeah, he was a Trump appointee, but somebody told him Christopher Wray would be the right guy for the job. It wasn't Trump saying, hey, this is the right guy for the job. Somebody told Trump, hey, that's the guy you need.
Yeah, if Trump gets elected this go around,
he's not going to listen to anybody.
He's going to self-appoint everyone himself. He's not going to listen to a word that comes out of anybody's mouth. And I think he should be that way. It should be your discretion. These people are going to be working under you, for you, by you.
Well, he should and shouldn't be that way. There should be some middle ground. Like,
I don't know. At this point, no.
At this point, I think there's so many bad actors.
I'm saying it's dangerous to go out on your own, because then...
No, I think...
No, at that point, everything gets done the way that you want it done, or you get somebody that will do it the way you want it done.
I think as a Democrat, yes, you're right. But as Trump, after all the shit that he's been through, if he gets elected, I think it should be solely his discretion, because guess what? At that point... If you can't blame anybody but your damn self.
Yeah, that's fair.
100% what Lonnie said. Just like the guy who tried to run from him after rear-ending him earlier this week.
Yeah.
Personal accountability.
Yep.
That's what we're about.
And that's what pissed me off about that whole situation. That's what I told the cop. He asked me, he said, what do you want to do? I said, people to take accountability for their actions.
And the cop said, yeah, me too. Now... before we move on to the
law,
the long black dick of the law.
That cop that was helping me was like 6'4", like 250, big jack black guy, and I was like, "You're getting the long black dick of the law, buddy," because he was pissed as much as I was.
Speaking of pissed, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, I'm pissed. You should definitely give us a subscribe, like the show. Leave us a comment. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what your political leanings are. And
tell us if you love us. Tell us if you hate us.
Click that bell icon. You'll always be notified when we go live. It is a live show. We do this live every Saturday, except for next week. We will not be here next week because Joe has some stuff going on.
Lonnie, there's a button, man.
No, it doesn't work right now. I got to fix it. I don't know what's going on with it. Stop interrupting me. I'm just kidding.
Up.
It's a live show. We do this live. And then if you don't get to watch the whole show live, you can go back and watch it afterwards. But
somebody needs to start uploading to Spotify again.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm the only one capable of doing anything around here.
Hey, guess what?
I never thought I would get this much use out of the flashlight here.
Oof. There.
Okay.
Button.
That's not a button.
I'm a button.
Anywho, so we're not even going to talk about the Tana Chawan or the China.
Tana Chawan.
You give it. Yep. Give it.
True international average of pressure.
I heard that one.
That was good. China Taiwan.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter.
It's officially Taiwan now.
It is officially Taiwan.
Hey, you know what that's short for? China number one.
China number
China
one.
number
China
one.
number two. But I do want to talk about this house in Pennsylvania
You were
that
there.
blew up.
You were there that night, right, Lonnie? The China number one night.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Do you
so.
know what that's from, right?
Well, first of all, we were playing PUBG. I think it was, wasn't it?
Do you know what that's actually
I wasn't
from?
there for that.
That's actually from Dr. Disrespect. He was playing it was him and another guy that were last ones alive. And like they're sitting there like going in and like he's talking or whatever, and then like when he downs the guy's like, China number one, China number one, and he kills him and he wins. And that's what that's from.
If I remember right, me and Cody or somebody were in one.
It wasn't me.
That's where that's
And the
where
guy
it
was like,
comes
China number one.
But that's where it comes from.
I got you.
Okay, so
I
if you
did see
haven't
this.
if you haven't seen it, there's a house in Pennsylvania. Looks like it got fucking WMD'd. It looks like America found oil underneath that
And they said,
house,
"We're going to
said
stake
it
a
needs
claim."
some freedom. This is fucking insane.
This looks like someone dropped a fucking hellfire of freedom right through their
exactly.
roof.
You know what we were talking about earlier on
Yeah.
the ride over here? That's what I would. This is the first thing
Somebody
that came to
just
my
went,
mind.
So what gets me is like it looks like the house. It looks like the house just disintegrated.
Because it did.
Yeah,
because
it
of the
literally
force
turned-
of the explosion.
It literally turned into vapor.
I think this video actually shows the explosion. So let's go
Wait.
ahead and play this, Lonnie.
I want y'all to keep an eye right here, Joe. Keep
All
an
right.
eye right here.
All right.
In case you
There, it's gonna change before that, but go ahead.
An urgent investigation is now underway
Well, no,
outside
it's
of Pittsburgh. A
because of
massive
this.
explosion and fire
Yeah, keep
rocking
an eye on
the
that
neighborhood.
bush.
At least 5 people were killed, several others hurt. 3 homes completely leveled. The blast and fire leaving only rubble behind. Debris damaging a
homes.
dozen nearby structures. The Red Cross and Salvation Army
Wait,
stepping
it
in to
destroyed
help
3
those who are now
homes?
Yeah.
displaced. Details from ABC's
Holy
Jacqueline
fuck.
Lee.
Tonight, with 5 people now confirmed dead, there are growing
Gas was not
questions
the
about
cause?
what
That was my
caused
first
a
thought.
deadly
it was not.
explosion in a Pittsburgh suburb. Officials say gas was not to blame. A homeowner provided our affiliate WTAE doorbell video capturing the moment this home exploded Saturday morning, leveling 3 homes.
Well, now that you mention
It's
it,
not funny, man.
now that you mention it, that doesn't look like a gas explosion.
No.
I've seen gas
It
explosions.
looks like a bomb.
It looks like somebody blew it up.
Gas explosions are way more violent because it covers a large area so fast.
Yeah.
This was very slow in comparison to a gas explosion. Wait, oh, so was this the house that it
No,
started at, or was it this
no,
the
it
house?
was the center one.
Okay, so this is the house that
Yeah.
exploded.
This
This
house
caught
here,
on
here,
fire,
and here.
and this one caught on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. And
So
it
that's
looked like
the
there might
3
have been a
homes
house here.
No, that's
No.
the backyard. This
Okay.
is the house where it exploded. This house and this house caught on fire.
Like, it looked like
You know they
somebody
can't see
blew
the
that.
cursor, right?
Somebody blew that junk up.
I've got that turned
I was
off.
talking to y'all.
I know, but anyway, yeah, the house in the center of the screen is the one that exploded.
Yeah. And then you see the black charred houses on either side of it.
Bro,
That's-
I don't know what information the people who lived there had on
Well-
Hillary Clinton, but
Dude, this is not funny. Like, this is a serious thing.
bro,
Well, and usually too, you know another thing? Gas
I-
explosions aren't nearly that powerful.
no.
My thing is
They
about
usually will go up and then the house will collapse on itself.
Yep.
It doesn't blow shit out across
And
the
I'll-
street.
No, it doesn't look like a fucking warhead blew up in
It
there.
doesn't
In-
look like
in all
someone set off
seriousness-
a fucking
in all
10 pounds of
seriousness, I
C4.
did have to wonder, like, dude, are these people know something about something and get offed?
So here's
Like,
the other
damn.
thing. The other possibility is that it was a terror cell.
That or cartel related, possibly.
I mean, there's a multitude of possibilities.
But
my
yeah.
favorite though is that they had information that would have put Hillary Clinton in
Where
prison. So,
where is this located?
you know, that's just me.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Outside of Pittsburgh.
It's a weird place for a terror cell.
Not really. It's
Or not terror
it's
cell.
a densely
Car-
populated area.
They also
cartel.
They also want to hit you where it's unexpected. And cartel, dude, the cartel's everywhere.
Yeah, the cartel is literally everywhere. Dude, okay, so when I worked...
You just need to do a little investigating into the cartel if you think this
Man,
wouldn't
I
be
looked into the
possibly
cartel.
Hold on.
It's just usually you hear more about the cartel in the South.
Could you shut up?
The cartel's in Europe, bro.
I mean, I know that. I'm just saying.
So you
the
think
new-
Pittsburgh's too far?
No, I'm just saying, like, usually you hear about it more in the South.
I love when I'm trying to say something and you just
You mean like when I'm trying to say something and you try to talk over me?
Every time you talk about stuff, it's stupid.
Stupid.
I'm just kidding, Joe. No, I'm trying to make a actually valid point when it comes to like the cartels and stuff. When I worked out at Topre, we had a driver who saw one of the guys that I worked with in shipping drive in on his motorcycle wearing a cut, because him and his buddies have a motorcycle club, whatever. It's not like Sons of Anarchy or Hell's Angels.
It's just a motorcycle club.
It's just a motorcycle club.
They ride together.
This dude is in a motorcycle club in Texas that is very much Sons of Anarchy type club. And apparently they have a chapter in Alabama, and he was asking us about the guy that we work with. And we were like, "Why do you want to know that?" And he was like, "Oh, I just got to tell some people about this." He was part of the Banditos.
And all it was just a motorcycle club.
Exactly.
Have you not seen the video of the guy in like Colorado or something? He's like riding. He's got a fake Hell's Angels patch on, and a mogul, actual mogul, comes up, cuts in front of him, gets off, and asks him if he's a prospect. And the dude's like, "No, it's fake," and he rips the patch off of his vest, and gets back on his motorcycle and tells him like, "Don't be playing these games next time you're done." He gets on his motorcycle and rides off. This is Colorado, so I mean,
if it's like that with motorcycle clubs.
I mean, motorcycle clubs are everywhere, though.
But think about
the empire that the cartels are.
I mean,
they can bring in
the
billions.
Well, I mean,
of dollars.
we've watched what was that movie with about the Navy SEALs? What was that? It was actually real Navy SEAls. We all went to the movie theater.
Oh, yeah. Act of Valor?
Act of Valor. I mean, we're talking like the cartels are in league with Al Qaeda and all that junk.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would say they're far exceeded that as far as monetary.
No, I'm saying
value.
they're in league with them, like they do business with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
like they help. They actually have apparently helped Al Qaeda members try to sneak into the U.S. I mean, like.
Yeah, dude, they are.
Yeah,
they're
you know
a league
why? Because
ahead.
they're funded by China. In large part, because where do they get the opium to make the fentanyl?
Right.
China.
Well, no, because there is they do grow opium in the Middle East.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, in Afghanistan they do.
Yeah.
They also grow it in China. China's the largest exporter of opium on the planet.
Because I worked
Where do you
with
think
a guy.
fentanyl comes from?
Well, yeah.
China.
But
That's it.
I worked with a guy who, he was in the military, and he said that there was like an opium field like right outside the base, and it's legal there.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
It's not legal there. They just can't stop them.
Right.
They don't have anybody in place to stop them.
No joke, that they harvested the opium, and within a few days, the base got attacked because they went and sold the opium and used it to buy weapons and attack the base.
Yeah.
So I thought it was weird. Not weird, but interesting.
Oh boy, we got some breaking news.
We have breaking news?
Yeah. There is a Proud Boy who is gone on the lam. I'm putting it at the very bottom, Lonnie.
All right, come pull it up.
Not up. The very bottom of the main show.
Right here.
Where'd you see that?
This just broke 12 minutes ago.
Where'd you see it?
On YouTube.
Oh.
The urgent manhunt for a member of the Proud Boys, Christopher Worrell, disappeared days before his sentencing for pepper spraying police officers during the January 6th riot. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
Tonight, the search intensifying for this man, identified by authorities as a member of the Proud Boys extremist group who attacked the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
We need backup.
52-year-old Chris Worrell was supposed to be sentenced Friday for assaulting officers during the insurrection. Instead, he was a no-show, and the FBI now on the hunt. Worrell was found guilty of spraying pepper spray gel on multiple police officers. Prosecutors asking the judge to sentence him to 14 years. Worrell had been under house arrest in Florida since his release from jail in November of 2021. He's one of more than 36 Proud Boys that have been charged in the Capitol riot.
And no word tonight from Worrell's attorney. Meanwhile,
I've seen people world star cops and get less sentences than that.
I'm just, I mean, but I've seen them do work. I've seen them give people a lot more than that. You know what I mean? It just, I think it depends on the judge, location, you know, stuff like that.
It's crazy. I just saw that.
Well, see,
and I was like, holy shit.
In this situation, all these people are going to get way more time than what they should because they're making examples out of them.
Do it. So
remember, you got to go in the bedroom.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The amount of sentencing that these guys are getting, like the time that they're having to serve for all this shit, is absolutely fucking insane.
Like I said, it's because they're trying to make examples out of them. Yep. They don't want people to do this again. They want people to be scared and not do it again.
Yep. So, speaking of do it again,
just like back, you remember the Bundy Ranch situation?
Yep.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's some people still in prison for that, and that was like years ago.
Yeah, probably. Just when we thought we were done with COVID, here it is again.
Well, there is a new coronavirus variant that is causing more new COVID cases across the country than any other variant, according to the CDC.
Yeah, in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gather has more on EG5 and what you can expect from it.
It's being called a variant of interest by the World Health Organization. EG5 is another Omicron offshoot and behind about 17% of new COVID-19 cases in the U.S.
So for now, it seems that it may have increased transmissibility, but it does not seem to be posing more of a threat to public health than other variants.
So far, EG5 has been detected in 51 countries, its global presence doubling over the last month, with China having the largest portion, about a third.
You do not accurately do a swab test by just getting right inside the nostril. Did you see that?
Yep. You got to touch the brain with that fucking thing.
You got to touch some brain. Like, it feels like my brain was getting tickled.
Yeah, accurate.
Like, Lonnie's got to see this, John. We got to rewind that. Look at this swab test they do on this woman here in a minute.
Oh, boy.
You can just back it up about 15 seconds. We're talking about the new COVID variant.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, my boss has it. He says he feels like shit. So.
I'm wondering if I got it this week because we were all like, we had a guy last week coughing and sneezing and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, like at the beginning of the week, the rest of us were kind of like
than other variants.
Watch this,
so
Lonnie.
far, EG5 has been detected in 51 countries.
Swab's right there.
That's how it was when I got mine done.
They just swabbed right outside your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to shove that bitch into your brain.
Yeah, it's supposed to go up in
so
there.
When they first started, it was like that, but after that, it didn't have to go as deep. Like by the second,
I don't trust it.
The second year of testing, which I didn't catch mine until last year.
Mm-hmm.
So the second year, third year
Samesies.
of testing, yeah, they were like, yeah, we don't have to go that deep.
Every time
if they're not touching your brain, I don't trust it.
Yeah, every time I've been tested,
I was like, do you need to go back like further? And they're like, no, we used to, but we don't now. The testing's gotten better.
No.
Like, you're lying.
No. We used to, but now one in every 4 tests pops positive no matter what. So
yeah,
it doesn't really matter if we get this one deep in there or not because you're going to have COVID.
Elon proved that to 4 tests. 2 came back positive, 2 came back negative.
Wow,
it's fucking ridiculous. Anyway,
let's proceed.
Global presence doubling over the last month, with
China
having the largest portion, about
That's
a
funny.
third of reported cases.
Even after
followed by
welding
the
people
US,
into their homes?
South
Yep.
Korea,
Damn.
Japan, Canada, Australia, Singapore, and the UK at 2%. EG5 was upgraded from a variant under monitoring because global health officials believe it should be tracked and further studied, says Dr. Audie Shaw
No, it
of
shouldn't.
Mayo Clinic.
It's just a fucking cold at this point.
Dude, it was just a fucking cold when I got it.
I mean, my boss says it's more like the flu for him this time because he legit felt like crap. But, I mean, at the end of the day,
if it ain't the flu, you good.
Every time I've got it, I've felt pretty rough.
I only had it the once, and I felt like crap for one day, and then I was fine.
I'll say this. I felt bad for like a day and a half. I had a fever and the chills and body aches. But that was it. For a day and a half, and I was done.
Same. So,
and
the one thing that I did notice was the shortness of breath.
I didn't have a shortness of breath, but I had a headache.
So
My
for
headache
me,
sucked.
I had long COVID. For about 3 weeks after I had COVID, I couldn't catch my breath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, some of the stuff is a little bit more serious, but now at this point, I think that this is probably going to be these viruses do this, though. They become more transmissible and less deadly. That's how viruses
as far as
work.
I've heard so far, basically, the thing is, even if they say now, apparently, even if you have COVID, you're not required to quarantine no more, as long as you wear a mask. What the hell?
That was great. But no, like...
You're not even required to quarantine no more, as long as you wear a mask.
Let me tell you this, though.
Because it's all bullshit.
I had the flu one time, and I've had COVID, and I'll tell you this much. If someone said, would you rather have the flu or COVID again, I would 1,000% say I would much rather have COVID again.
The thing that bothers me with COVID is especially all the stuff that I keep seeing about the blood clotting. That's the thing that worries me with COVID. Because all these people that got vaccines,
yeah, it's vaccine related.
No, there goes this show.
It's been more vaccine related than it has COVID related,
and that's what I think too.
Like, so, more and more cases that you see about it occurring, people have had the vaccine versus just, I've had COVID.
Yeah,
and they say, COVID can cause it too. It's like, where's the proof, man? You don't have the evidence to back it up. Like you do the vaccine related.
So,
and I'm not saying the vaccine is the cause of it, but you don't have that standalone evidence, versus COVID.
Right.
Have y'all heard about the book, The Real Anthony Fauci?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about reading it.
You fucking white supremacist.
You
can't read an RFK Jr. book.
Why does that make me a white supremacist?
Because you're a fucking colonizer and a white supremacist. That's why.
I don't understand.
And a flat earther.
No, definitely not. Definitely. I mean, I'm not any of the other ones either, but I mean.
I knew that one would get you. They call me a flat earther at work all the time because.
The earth is round.
But here's the thing. Okay, so I did the deep dive on flat earth, right? It's not flat. I know it's not flat. You know how I know it's not flat? Because you motherfuckers use the wrong equations to calculate the curvature of the earth. You use the equation for a parabolic arc for a thrown or shot object, not
a sphere.
The calculation for the curvature of a sphere.
Well, what gets me is like,
you fucking idiots.
I've flown in a plane.
Get fucked, nerds.
Get fucked, nerds. Actually, they're not nerds. They're just dumbasses.
I've flown in a plane, and me personally, if you go high enough, you can see a slight arc.
Well, yeah, because the Earth's fucking round.
Exactly. I'm
Stupid.
just saying.
But birds, them motherfuckers aren't real.
And the moon landing was faked.
I'm still I
think
still
it was halfsies.
I still stand beside my statement that I think maybe we faked the footage for the first one, but subsequent ones
I think it was halfsies.
Halfsies. Oh, look at that! There it goes again. Oh, it hurts.
What is wrong with you? Eat some more potassium, man. Drink some pickle juice or something.
Eat a banana.
Eat some mustard.
Eat some mustard.
Yeah,
not inhale mustard gas, Joe. Don't go over there with Lonnie and ask him to fart in your mouth.
I'm thinking about ordering this book and reading it.
I knew that one would get
and
you,
you can
Lonnie.
get the audio book free with a membership trial with Prime.
Yeah.
You don't have Prime?
I have Prime. So
he gets Prime for free because he's a student.
No, it's severely discounted. Like it's like
it used to be free.
It's like $6 a month or something.
Oh, it used to be free.
It is cheap. I used to take advantage of that too when I was in college.
Anyway, okay, so moving on. COVID is bullshit, and I don't care about it at all. I just thought it was interesting that it decided to pop up again. Now we're going to move on to, let's see. They mentioned Australia, so I want to go to that last video right there.
Oh, boy.
Because
this is going to be good.
You know what? So this Australian girl happened to notice that America is a pretty patriotic country. And
that's because we're number one. That's
America number one.
America number one.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, unfortunately.
Give her an America. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Name the last time that your country's went in anywhere and actually fucking laid dick on the law down.
Yeah.
They have.
Can we watch this damn
Play
video?
that shit.
Here we have an Australian girl
God, you're a
in
scary looking
America
lady.
triggered by all those nasty,
Oh, I thought her
scary
name was
American flags.
Rita Pahini.
There are too many American flags. Like, they're on houses, they're on cars, saw them on couch cushions. Like, I don't know who's making these American flags, but they'd be making a bloody fortune.
Patriots, that's who.
And, like,
China,
we're the only
actually.
country
Yeah.
that I know that does this. Like, the only time I think I've ever seen an Australian flag is, like, on the Harbour Bridge.
Yeah, it's because y'all suck.
Could not tell you what it looks like. Like, I know it's, like, blue and it's got some stars on it. But I think I could draw the
Yeah, doesn't
American
it just
flag
make you fucking
from
nauseous
memory.
thinking
Like,
about
I think we
that?
could make a bloody sculpture out of it. That's how many times I've seen it. It's enough. Let's pull back on it, okay?
How about
First off, how about this? Why don't you just go back to your fucking penal colony for prisoners of the British Empire? USA! 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 USA!
That's why we had a movie made
Okay,
like that.
So first of all, she's obviously never been to the UK. Where literally the Jolly Roger or what the British flag? I'm probably just stupid myself, but
Jolly Roger.
That's a pirate flag.
not Jolly Roger. It's the
Union Jack.
Union Jack. That's what I'm thinking of.
Stupid him.
The Union Jack is on everything. They put it on their business signs. I bet there's women over there that have it tattooed around their booty hole.
First off, where do you think we fucking got it?
We said, "Oh, you think you're hot shit? Watch this."
Watch this. We're going to be on
Hold
a
my-
landmass
we said-
15 times the size of your country, and we're going to cover that shit in the stars and stripes, baby!
We said, "Hold my musket. Watch this."
Oh, look, my fiance has joined the chat.
Hello.
Hey.
Give her an Anyway, so yeah, I just thought that was hilarious and needed to be shared because,
You know what Australia
again, why don't
is?
you just go back to your fucking penal colony for fucking
She is not a
prisoners
good
of the British
representative.
Empire.
She is not a good representative of Australia because there's a lot of good patriotic people in Australia.
I'm sure there are.
And and I feel like she's not a very good
Unfortunately-
Australian because her accent is absolutely terrible. Like, that does not make me
She sounded pretty Australian.
No,
Yeah, she sounded
yeah,
extremely Australian,
kinda.
actually. As a
It did
partaker
not-
in the Bluey,
It did not make
Bluey
me want to
is
eat
the
Vegemite.
shit. I love Bluey.
Bluey is the shit.
It did
That
not.
is-
It did
look,
not.
I'm
listen.
not gonna say that everything about Australia is bad, but
Listen, Bluey has the best cartoon dad in the history of cartoon dads, hands down.
Bandit is
is
the
the
man.
man.
It did not make
cheese
me,
and crackers.
It did not make me want to eat Vegemite. Vegemite,
Might run into Hugh Jackman,
or is that New Zealand?
Look, I'm
Where's
just gonna
Vegemite
say,
from?
out of all the guys in the world,
Australia.
Hugh Jackman is my hall pass.
Ryan Reynolds is mine.
He's Canadian, close enough.
Close enough.
Reach of the British Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Australian.
again, go back to your penal colony for prisoners of the British Empire. You fucking twit. Anyway.
You fucking twat, you.
I didn't say twat. I said twit.
That's English or British?
I know, because guess what? They're owned by the British.
They are.
I like how there's a picture of a baby for the button.
Yeah, I know.
And the
I couldn't
baby's
find-
like it's taking a big shit.
It's like
just now picture a baby, an infant taking a shit. Adam Driver.
Okay, first off, we're talking about same sex. Holy shit.
And we're not talking about Toucan Sam. Let's be real.
Wait, what?
Okay,
He
first
was
off,
What are you talking about?
He is from America, and he was a former Marine. But yeah,
who's your female hall pass? That's the question.
yeah, we're talking about same
Because
sex.
we're
Here.
talking
He said
same
Ryan
sex.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is my male hall
I
pass.
said Hugh Jackman.
Scarlett Johansson is my female hall pass.
Jessica Alba for me.
Florence Pugh, baby.
Ugh.
Who?
Florence Pugh.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Her nipples don't match her body.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm not gonna be honest with you.
Now male.
Ew. To who? Scarlett? That's a solid choice.
Ryan Reynolds is also a solid choice.
That's true. I'd let him fondle my balls for sure.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, I'm not going to lie. If he was just like, hey, boy, let me feel your balls, I'd be like, okay, daddy.
On Kate's end, if Adam Driver came up to her and said, I'll show you the dark side, she would literally say, okay, daddy.
The panties would drop from being so wet.
Yes. There would be a puddle on the floor.
Did you piss yourself? No.
No. No.
Oh, shit.
I'll show you the dark side.
Which I will say, I did like Adam Driver in, what was that movie? It had him and Daniel Craig in it. It was a NASCAR movie, had Channing Tatum in it.
It's not,
Don't know.
Not Baby Driver.
No, it wasn't Baby Driver.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the ocean.
Yep.
As long as it don't smell like the ocean.
Anyway, we need to move on because
this is not.
I got to think of this movie now. It's
almost 9 o'clock now.
This is not.
Okay, listen, we're here to have fun and have a good time and give me a Biden.
True international effort to pressure.
This is not that show where he talks about sex all the time. What was it called?
Now look, I'm trying to think of the name of this movie.
You're talking to the wrong person.
God,
I'll tell you what movie he's in that was not good. 65.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Never heard of it.
It's the one where he comes to Earth 65 million years ago.
It was. Oh, okay. It was something
Netflix.
Logan Lucky. That was it. Logan Lucky. That was the movie he was in.
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
it's a NASCAR movie. Daniel Craig's in it. Channing Tatum's in it. Adam Driver's in it.
Speaking of racing movies, I kind of want to see Gran Turismo.
Kind of, yeah.
Because it's based on a true story.
I've never even seen the preview.
Speaking of movies, Lonnie, you missed out on a very good movie last week.
Yeah, Oppenheimer was the shit.
Oppenheimer's very good.
I mean, I want to see it, but I just wasn't able to last week.
Well, that was the last weekend that I was going to be able to for a while. So.
Movie tickets are only like $12.
Yep.
I'll just wait till it comes on all streaming services. It's not a big deal. It'll be there.
It will. Sooner rather than later.
You get to see Florence Pugh naked.
Oh my God! Shut
I don't even know
up.
who the fuck that is. Why do you keep saying that name?
Pull her up so that everybody can see Joe's female hall pass and see what she is.
Florence Pugh?
Yeah.
I'm assuming P-U-G-H.
Yes, right there.
What?
No.
Dude.
She's my type, man.
Get game.
Physically. I dig her.
She's got a forehead that you could land a 747 on.
No shit.
She does not have a big forehead.
Yes, she does.
Dude.
That is not a big forehead.
Look at that fucking chin. Jesus Christ.
I like distinguished chins, man.
I think she could chisel rock with that chin.
Dude, crimson chin.
She is distinguished.
Yeah. You ever seen fucking Fairly Odd Parents? Crimson chin? Oh, crimson chin. Look at that butt chin, man.
Look her up with the buzzed hair. Because she buzzed her hair.
Oh, no, don't ruin it.
Do it.
Look, all I'm saying is Jessica Alba buzzed her hair? Oh my God, she looks just like a fucking guy.
Yeah.
You're into men. You're gay.
Joe's gay.
Now,
you
just
ruined
I knew it.
Now, no, she almost looks like the girl from
so your
Never
hall
Ending.
pass versus mine. Boy, let me tell you.
Boy, what a world of difference.
She looks like
his
a 14-year-old
hall pass versus mine.
She looks like a 14-year-old.
What? No, she just looks like a lady, Joe. That's the difference.
Having a little trouble there, Lonnie?
I don't know why I wasn't doing it. It was just...
Put your boner away.
Smell like fade.
Yeah.
Now, Scarlett Johansson, I will actually... I'm with you on that one.
Aloha, Probst.
Florence Pugh first, but Scarlett Johansson is definitely in the top 10 for me. Maybe even top 5.
This isn't?
Jessica Alba's in my top 10.
No, Jessica Alba is not in my top 10.
She's actually probably...
she's in top 5, 100%.
She's probably in my top 3.
Yeah.
Lonnie, can you not spell?
Dude,
Lonnie can't fucking type
Do
tonight.
you see this? This is in my way.
If you take one hand out of your pants.
First
Well,
off,
it's definitely not for Florence Pugh, that's for sure.
agreed.
No, she looks like a kid.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. She just looks like a lady. You're just used to like guys who look butchy. Girls who look butchy like a guy.
Yeah.
Look, this looks like a kid.
That does not look like a child.
That looks like a very distinguished lady is what that looks like. Thank you very much.
Nah. Ain't about it.
Yeah, that's because you're wrong.
That's because you like guys, so.
And you like men.
It's like Jake from State
Oh,
Farm.
God.
Because you like guys.
Oh, God. Kate, you got to look up Scarlett Johansson with her twin brother.
What?
If you ruin this for me, I swear to God, I'm going to take that ring back.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. That's a solid choice.
Why does it give me 2 S's here?
Because that's how it's supposed to be spelled.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate Hudson's
Bye.
good.
They look nothing alike.
No.
Yeah, no, that doesn't change my opinion at all.
Nope, she's still hot. I kind of like that hairdo, though. See that? That's a short haircut that someone can pull off.
Yeah, because it isn't buzzed.
I think even if she buzzed her
Maybe
hair,
she's doing it for a movie.
No. Florence Pugh went for the Scarlett Johansson's twin brother look.
Yeah.
Maybe she's doing it for a movie. Like I said, she almost looks like the girl from the Never-Ending Story.
No.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you, Joe. No, it's not working. Long hair, short hair, not working.
Because they are actually making a new Never-Ending Story movie.
Anyway, moving
Bah.
on.
She said, bah.
Yeah, I know.
Kate Hudson is kind of hot, though.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
she is. Anywho.
Jennifer
now,
Aniston still got it.
Could you stop?
She's never not had it.
We're done. We're done with this conversation. We're moving on.
I would respect that if that was your first choice, but it's not, so I don't respect it.
Thank you, Lonnie.
This woman looks like she's wearing the gold medallion almost from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Easy now, easy.
And it's very sharp. See how sharp that is?
That's very sharp, Lonnie. Very nice.
Move on.
Well, you know, I've been trying to move on for the past 5 minutes, and nobody wanted me to move on, so here we are. Anywho, moving on to, you know, last week we talked about Hunter Biden's special counsel, right? But here's the thing. Looking at it now, after having a week to process it, why?
I hit the wrong button, my bad.
Why did you appoint him now? I think they're covering for him. Because now, if he goes...
He got denied his plea deal.
Well, no. I think that they're legit covering for him, because now, if he goes in front of Congress to testify, he's going to give the answer, I can't comment on an ongoing investigation. I think it's there's fuckery afoot here.
Hey, also...
In the words of Joe Rogan, there is fuckery afoot.
Do you want to point out... You want to kind of touch on what you saw? Don't know the details?
Also, I got to find it first. Go ahead and play this, and I'll find
Paula, this investigation has been going on for 5 years, so why now for a special counsel?
It's unclear. The Justice Department will only say that on Tuesday, Weiss asked to be changed to this designated special counsel. He is, as you noted, the U.S. attorney who was appointed by former President Trump, and he's been overseeing the investigation into Hunter Biden for, like you said, approximately 5 years. But there's no official explanation for why he wanted to change to a special counsel now. But we have seen in court filings that it appears that the talks between the U.S. Attorney's Office and Hunter Biden's legal team to resolve the issues that the judge identified with that plea deal, that those have fallen apart and that this is likely to go to trial. That appears to be the impetus, but it's really unclear. Now, one of the big differences now that he's a special counsel is that Weiss is going to have to compile a full report. detailing what he investigated and his findings, and that to the Attorney General, who has vowed to make it public. Now, I've also learned that the White House was not given a heads up about this, and neither were Hunter Biden's attorneys.
How much more likely does it make it that the president's son is...
Hold on. The White House wasn't given an update because they're the ones who set it in motion. They didn't need an update.
No.
Definitely going to go on trial.
It appears a lot more likely, Jake. I mean, for a minute there, it appeared that this was going to be resolved with that plea deal. Even after the judge pushed back, asked for additional briefings, expressed skepticism, I think both sides expected that ultimately it would be approved. But if there were any modifications, we got signals that indeed the Hunter Biden team was willing to take this to trial. So at this point, the fact that he has gotten the special counsel designation, he can now bring cases in any jurisdiction. It does appear that the most likely outcome here is that this goes to trial.
Laura, are you surprised that there's now a special counsel 5 years into this investigation after a plea deal had almost been agreed upon?
I mean, that plea deal was within the reach
Almost.
of course, Hunter Biden. I'm sure he's lamenting right now whatever fiasco actually occurred in that courtroom, to not have all the I's dotted, all the T's crossed, to have this already go through. Remember, we've heard...
Wait, because it's Hunter Biden, it's a fiasco.
Yeah.
Because it didn't go their way.
Yeah.
What horse
exactly.
shit.
Now, we can stop here and go to the last video in this segment. The Joy Reid? Yeah, because
this ought to be good.
You just have to hear what...
To hear the right tell it, the only story that you should care about is Hunter Biden, the president's son, who has absolutely no role in government. For months, they've used their House majority to relentlessly investigate him. Now, what they've credibly revealed is that public figures and their children trade on their name for access. Shocker. Jared and Ivanka did it, Roger Clinton did it, and so did Hunter Biden. However, that Republican fixation has only resulted in two tangible things. Donald Trump's first impeachment and launching a 2018 Trump Justice Department investigation into Hunter Biden. The man in charge of that...
Didn't she say Ivanka Trump did it? But she was also like part of his team.
Yeah.
When he was
also,
president.
They were doing business long before Donald Trump became president.
Yeah.
And
you didn't
they're
see
going
anything
to
from Hunter
continue
Biden
doing...
until his dad was vice president.
Exactly.
So...
Let's just throw the ethics out the window.
Yeah. Anyway,
investigation,
continue.
David Weiss has been looking into whether Hunter Biden properly paid his taxes in 2017 and 2018.
I can almost assure
you. It was
you
specifically
he did
focused on a federal form Hunter Biden filled out when purchasing a gun in 2018. He lied on the form when he claimed that he was not a drug user. He later admitted that he was. Now, to be crystal clear, the special counsel is not investigating the president of the United States. He's investigating his son.
Yet.
But that hasn't stopped Republicans from accusing Hunter Biden of running a corrupt business enterprise flush with foreign cash that also benefited his father.
Yeah,
Again,
there
there's
you go.
nothing inherently
you said
illegal about accepting money from foreign interests if you're a private citizen, even if your parent is a famous politician. You do it.
But if your family member is a famous politician and they're benefiting
Who is in
from
charge of making policy decisions in the country in which you are doing
and are
business.
supposedly in the room with you while you're making said business decisions.
A little bit different. Just saying, Joy Reid is a fucking idiot to begin with.
Just as stupid as that fucking
Also,
haircut.
I was about to comment on her haircut.
Like, hey.
First off, I think
shit so fucked up over here.
I think the hairdresser missed a couple of spots.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing. Like,
Well, ever have to pay your taxes on it, which Hunter Biden is accused of not doing. Last month, Hunter Biden and his lawyers agreed to a plea deal for failing to pay taxes and
Also,
illegal gun possession.
Do you think that you being in front of a green screen that shows the Capitol building makes you much more intelligent? Because it doesn't. It makes
no,
you seem
it doesn't.
more
It
stupid.
makes you seem like part of the swamp that we're all trying to get rid of.
But that deal fell apart
The
after a
readout.
Trump-nominated federal judge refused to accept it.
Just as stupid as
Earlier
the name.
today, Attorney General Merrick Garland, who's been accused by the right of running a two-tier justice system that only prosecutes conservatives, announced that he was appointing David Weiss special counsel in the Hunter Biden
Stop staring
role.
at your acne scars.
According to Garland, Weiss asked to be appointed to the position and told him that, in his judgment, his investigation has reached a stage at which he should continue his work as a special counsel. So there we are. Mary McCord is back with me. And Mary, I have a couple of questions. Question number one. Since when are special counsels appointed for private citizens? Because I just want to read you this. Devin Archer, who's on the board of the Ukrainian company Burisma Holdings, which only people who watch Fox understand what that is. That was the company that Hunter Biden was on the board of as well. When Joe Biden was vice president, he testified in front of the committee that wanted to take down Joe Biden, that he's not aware of any wrongdoing by Joe Biden, that he never heard of a $5 million transfer of any transfer to Joe Biden, and that the Ukrainian prosecutor who was fired was not viewed as a threat by the company, and that Hunter Biden was selling the illusion of access to his father, but never sold access to his father. Ergo,
is this the same guy that is coming out and saying things about Hunter Biden?
Yes.
Yeah, Devin Archer, the guy who's going to jail and has nothing to lose.
So why is she saying that he's not aware of any wrongdoing when he himself is saying that there is wrongdoing?
He's saying that there's wrongdoing on Hunter's part, for sure. He's saying that he's not aware. He is not aware. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
Yeah, he said he never heard of a $5 million transfer to Joe Biden. Why would he hear about that?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's a bribe that doesn't involve him.
That's something that could have happened without his knowledge.
Gotcha.
Hunter is stupid enough that Hunter probably would have said something to him if Hunter was involved, but I doubt Hunter was actually involved in that one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So,
yeah,
anyway.
and then right here, Hunter Biden was selling the illusion of access to his father. Okay. Yeah, so as far as he could tell, he was using his father for his advantage. So even that illusion deserves deeper digging.
The illusion of access is how they made their money. And that's just the fact of the matter.
Oh, and then
everything that they say is like, everything they're saying right here doesn't say anything of like, oh, there was no corruption. It just makes you go, this opens another door. Every one of these things opens another door to corruption. Not aware of any wrongdoing by Joe Biden. He didn't say there was no wrongdoing of Joe Biden. So therefore, there could have been. You know, the Ukrainian prosecutor, that in and of itself, Joe Biden has stuck his foot in his mouth on that one. That was a quid pro quo. Like that, he said that himself.
Right.
That's a problem. You know? I mean, yeah, it may not have been a problem for him doing his dealings, but for Joe Biden it was. Because maybe that prosecutor would have caught the legal transfer of monies into his account.
Yes.
So, for him it wasn't a problem, but for Joe Biden it was. So, every one of these things here opens another door of why it could have been a problem for Joe Biden.
I don't know. So, here's the thing. Joy Reid's going on this saying that everything that she sees is Hunter's being treated worse than anyone else would be, which is bullshit. If somebody else had not paid their taxes,
we would be under the jail.
Throw them away.
You would be in prison.
Lock them away and throw away the key.
If anybody else had lied on an ATF or on a federal firearms form,
we would be a felon.
You would be a felon.
Yep.
So no, he's not being treated worse. He's being treated much, 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 much better than any of us would have been treated.
Hence the guy that's wanted for pepper spraying the two cops on January 6th. He's looking at what did they say, 14 years in prison?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, granted, I know that's assault on police officer. Dude should be prosecuted. But I've seen people who've literally went Mike Tyson on cops and got less sentences than that. Like, come on.
I'm so over everybody saying there's nothing there with Hunter. Hunter's a private citizen. No, Hunter is the president of the United States' son who was using his daddy's name to get influence and money.
I mean, look at...
And then when they turn around and say, this is a big deal, Trump should be in prison.
I mean, look at Donald Trump Jr. They were like taking out like, oh, he's an alcoholic and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah, lots of people are alcoholics, but he's not drinking. Like, he's sober. And he knows he's an alcoholic. He admits it. Like, why is that even... that's not even relevant to what he does. They talk about Ivanka Trump using her dad's name for financial gain. It's like, she was part of his team.
Exactly.
Like, she had pulled for her dad's name because she was part of his team.
Yeah.
You know, like, it makes sense.
It's crazy world, man. Anyway, we're done with this one. We can move on to why David Weiss is exactly the wrong person to be the Hunter Biden special prosecutor. Or special counsel, sorry. Got my words mixed up. He is a prosecutor, but he is the special counsel. Second video.
I feel it's only fair before we end to pivot to Hunter Biden, because I feel like let's talk about that case that's ongoing with the special counsel, and I know you've had some issues with how that's playing out.
Mighty big earrings there.
Yeah, the special counsel was appointed unlawfully. The rule requires specifically that the special counsel be somebody outside of government, and there's a good reason for that. You don't want that special counsel to be subject to the whims and.
Can we appreciate all the pictures hung on an angled wall like that?
This dude's office is very interesting.
That is a very interesting office.
Like,
I do appreciate that, and I didn't notice that until you said something.
Like, they're on an angled wall, and they're, like, all just perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive.
Well,
you can see the
you
little
can see
tabs.
the brackets.
I'm assuming these are most of his accolades. I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
But still,
very impressive.
That's pretty cool.
Very impressive.
I appreciate the fact that you took the time and effort to hang them on an angled wall.
Yeah.
That's also probably why you have brackets.
Yes. I agree with that quite. Anyway, let's continue this.
And preferences of the administration. You want to be totally an outsider. You certainly don't want the special counsel to be somebody who's
Also
already made a
appreciate
deal
that it's not
that the courts have
perfectly
rejected,
neat and
he's
tidy.
going to try to defend and justify that deal. So he's precisely the wrong person to have been appointed special counsel, and I'm really disappointed.
What is
with
the
Merrick
logic?
Garland,
So
who I thought
pause it
highly
here.
of.
Okay, so he's saying everything that should be said. This
There's a
guy
process.
is part of government, and he's not supposed to be. That's part of the requirement for
a
being special counsel. He's already made a deal with Hunter Biden. And he's been involved with this for over 5 years and nothing has happened. So, no. He didn't ask for special counsel status. You gave him special counsel status because you didn't want him testifying under oath in Congress.
And you can't, I actually heard this week, you can't ask for special counsel status.
You're not supposed to ask for it.
You're
supposed to be given
faith.
it's supposed to be given to you.
Right.
Yeah, it's usually in bad faith if you ask for it. Go figure.
So, yeah, that's not good. It's not a good look. And frankly, it's disgraceful.
You are fake news.
My back itches so bad and I can't.
We don't
itch
have
it.
a disgraceful button. There's no disgraceful.
I know I put one on there.
It's not here.
Damn it.
Damn it, Bobby.
Anywho, speaking of his deal, go to the next video.
With what's gone on with President Biden and an investigation into Joe Biden by the House Oversight Committee. Now we understand Hunter Biden's longtime attorney, Chris Clark, withdrew from the federal tax case this week. Prosecutors are blaming Hunter's legal team for the broken down plea agreement, claiming that it's inaccurate that prosecutors reneged on an agreement which would have given Hunter blanket immunity from other criminal probes, Chris. I mean, it's amazing to me that David Weiss is the one who came up with this idea that if he agrees that he did not pay taxes, then he can get immunity for anything else. It wasn't until the judge said, wait a minute, aren't you investigating him right now? And they said, yes, we're looking at whether or not he was a foreign agent. So how do you put immunity on everything? And this is the guy who's going to run this case, the special counsel, David Weiss, the one who came up with that idea to give him an immunity?
Wow. Weird, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this was by design. People think that Weiss, they're quick to point out that he was appointed under Trump as a U.S. attorney.
No, but he actually
But
wasn't.
really,
he was not
yeah,
appointed.
he
I spoke
wasn't.
to President Trump about
Yeah.
this, and he explained it to me.
That's
what
right.
happened was there are two
That's right.
senators from that state who are Democrats. And the two senators came up and said, okay, we want David Weiss. So then Trump appointed him because there were two Democrat senators who were pushing for him. So Trump didn't just come up with an idea to appoint David Weiss. No. He took the guidance of these two senators who were both Democrats, and then that's why he put him in place. So
Doesn't
Trump
that-
told me specifically,
Lonnie?
I did not appoint him.
Doesn't that go back to what we were saying earlier about the deep state and how Trump didn't really appoint most of his appointees?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, weird.
Kind of weird how that works.
Weird how that works out, isn't it?
Very strange.
The senators wanted him, so I went along with what they said. This is what he said to me the other day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out. This is the way it works. The senators in a state recommend the U.S. attorneys.
Right.
Most of the time, the president will take that recommendation. It happens all across the country after every election, so you get a new slate of U.S. attorneys. But the point being that he grew up in that Biden machine in Delaware, and he knows what his role is. And in this case, one was to run out the clock if he could. Then they designed this poorly designed immunity agreement. That's a pure contract. I had a question. That was a question on the bar exam when I took it. The plea bargain is a contract, so they're going to litigate the contract now. Weiss tried to sneak that in there and get it past the court, and we're very lucky that this particular judge caught it. But it was designed basically to give Hunter Biden global immunity in the federal system, and they got caught red-handed. So now they're going to appoint him so-called special counsel. Well, now we have to look back at Merrick Garland, denying that he ever didn't give him independence.
That's right.
So, they were arguing for special counsel. He was arguing for special counsel quite a while back. What changed?
Yeah, what changed? Ted Cruz told me that
anyway,
this is
it's
bullshit.
Thank you. It is bullshit, because at the end of the day, what this guy's saying is exactly right. This guy is a district attorney for Delaware. He grew up in the system that Joe Biden and his cronies created, and he's just going to do whatever Joe Biden wants him to do, which is protect Hunter.
And it's kind of funny because, this guy's saying everything that basically most people with any kind of brain cells already is picking up on. This is weird. This is odd.
This man's been investigating Hunter Biden for 5 years and nothing has happened.
Yeah.
Giving him special counsel status is going to do absolutely fuck all.
Yeah.
But in other Biden news, did you know that Joe Biden used a pseudonym email? Because I didn't.
Now, we're going to get to the Georgia indictment in a moment. But first, breaking news that congressional investigators have uncovered a pseudonym complete with email address. Robert L. Peters, that was used by Joe Biden when he was vice president. Now, Brianna, this is a whole new avenue of investigation, and the House Oversight Committee has demanded documents that might have overlapped and communications that might have overlapped with Hunter Biden's business in Ukraine. Brianna, if Joe Biden had a separate email he was conducting business with, that's pretty huge, isn't it?
Of course, and I think the obvious major question is, why did he have not only one pseudonym, but he did have two others that we know of right now. And at the time that a specific email was sent back in 2016, right before the prosecutor Shokin was fired, Hunter Biden was CC'd on an email that was under Biden's pseudonym. And at that time, he was sitting on Burisma's board making $80,000 a month. First of all, why was the president's son CC'd on official business emails? Second of all, why was President Joe Biden using a pseudonym? And third of all, the New York Post, they reported this back in 2021. So I do think this shows how important our midterm elections were, because Democrats had this information available 2 years ago. They sat on it. It took another year and in a cycle of elections for Republicans to get into office and now uncover this and bring it to light to most Americans who have not been aware.
And Naomi, doesn't
Weird how that works.
So explain to people what this means, like a pseudonym and all that mess.
So it's a fake name.
Right.
If you didn't pick up on the fact that he was going by Robert L. Peters, a.k.a. Pedo Pete.
Which is what he was referred to
is
as.
what a lot of his family members refer to him as.
Joe Biden?
Yes.
Interesting.
Weird, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pedo Pete starts to make a little bit more sense. Well, this is awkward.
Well, see, this is where we start going into the whole he may have actually been doing business.
Hold on. Okay, for somebody who's never done business with Hunter, why were you sending official business emails
with a pseudonym?
With a pseudonym to whoever that was. I can't remember who they said it was. Yeah. Why?
Don't make sense.
Also, why were you CCing your son?
That don't make sense.
Who sits on the board of Burisma.
So I'm not familiar with a lot of what is CCing? Is that like including
Basically,
them?
Carbon copy.
Yeah, he's going to be able to see every email transaction
Gotcha,
sent between the two recipients.
As
So-
long as he remains CC'd.
Right.
It's basically taking, you know how like when you old school
I know what it
tickets,
is.
They
I know
would
it is.
have a carbon sheet underneath, and the
He can't-
waiter
he can't-
or
he
whoever
can't,
would keep the top
and-
one, and then they would give you the bottom
He
one.
can't necessarily say anything in the email, but he can see it.
No, he can say stuff.
No, he
in
can
it,
say
too.
stuff too.
Oh, okay.
I CC people on emails all the time.
Okay.
Yep.
It's mainly so like on emails in particular. It's like, hey, this person should know about this, but they just need
Just
to know
like
about
if
it.
you
I don't
have-
need
if you
their,
have a
I don't
problem-
need their input. I just need them to know that this is
Right.
happening.
Just like say if you have a problem with another of your coworkers that you're trying to work out through email, and you may CC your boss, so that way he oversees it a little bit.
Well, like for
Or
instance,
so that he
like,
just knows what's happening.
like for instance, my boss is like, I'll see something that I'm working on, and I'm like, hey, this is a problem. He's like, all right, well, go ahead and email them, find out what's going on, CC me on it so that I can see it, and,
Right.
and then they can also know that I see it. That way, they'll get back with you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, happens all the time. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's super weird that all this is happening right as another Trump indictment gets dropped.
Kind of weird.
Super
Update
weird.
the timeline.
First off, we see what you're doing. We see it. Fucking stop. Just stop.
Not to mention that the indictment for Trump was released too early.
Yeah.
Before the grand jury actually came.
Leaked.
Yeah. Before they
Filed.
the grand jury came to an actual agreement, they released the indictment.
Which makes you wonder, did they actually come to an agreement?
Yeah.
Or was this always going to happen?
Was
regardless?
it already predetermined? Did you know about that, Joe?
I did not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, speaking of grand jury in Georgia, you know, the crazy lady that we had featured on the show.
Fannie?
No. The crazy lady who was the person who was in charge of swearing everybody in.
Oh yeah, she
The
said that.
fucking psychopath.
Said that she really wanted to.
I really wanted to hear from the president because I just thought it would be really cool.
Yeah.
Like
That lady was fucking.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
Talk about bad shit.
Anywho, yeah. So I mean, everybody knew that this was going to happen. Unfortunately, not everybody knew that this was going to happen, and that, whew, man, that's crazy. Hey, Lonnie, we need to fix some stuff real quick before we get into the next parts of the show.
Okay.
So, I need you to go to studio mode on OBS because you're going to have to go into the other scenes and put the correct images back in there.
All right, where am I going?
You're going to We Hate Her.
You skipped
All the
over
way down.
the Johanna Holes drills near
Nah, I don't care about that anymore. And click the image and change it because it's trying to pick it up off of the flash drive and it's not there. It's going to be in Embers of Liberty. Just scroll down. You should see it. Yep. It's called the wrong thing, but that's what it is. Okay, now do the same thing for Joe's Conspiracy Corner, even though we're not doing one this week because I'm sure Joe doesn't have one. Do you?
No.
Exactly. It should be down. JCC. And now do it for This Week on X.
It didn't pull anything up.
It won't until you actually go to it.
No chats with Pop Pop this week?
Yes, there is chats with Pop Up. Don't you worry about that. Go down. On down. This Week on X, right there. Up. No, up. Over beside This Week on Twitter. Up. There you go.
Has it pulled up?
Yep, because that's an image, not a video.
Oh, okay.
Probst, you're good.
You're good, man.
You do plenty of being involved.
Chats with Pop down. Oh, back up. Sorry. Up. It's right there on the top.
In the middle.
Over in the middle. Yep, there you go. All right, now you can go back to studio mode. Because everything should be fine now. So now it's on to one of our favorite segments of the show. It's time for We Hate Her. Oh man, I love that.
That's good.
So
Fucking
good.
clown show in here, bro.
You add a box of Cracker Jacks on it.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, so it's time for the first of 3 We Hate Hers. Go for it, Lonnie.
Has the president given any advice that he should not speak about Hawaii at this point? Because when he spoke the other day, he added that to planned remarks. The death toll is now roughly tripled. It's now the worst in history. He had an opportunity, he could have stopped by to see us when he arrived back. Do you expect that he will have any kind of standalone comments about the new level of loss and devastation?
So you could expect to hear from the president on this issue. Clearly, it is something that is deeply concerning to him when it comes to the
Clearly
wildfires that we have seen in Maui. That's why we again had the administrator here. That's why she was on TV the last couple of days, being on the ground. She can speak directly to this, right? Being on the ground. No, I just said you'll hear from the president on this. I don't have anything to announce at this time, but certainly he's the president, right? You're going to hear from him. You heard from him on Thursday.
No, he does talk about
it. You heard from the administrator for the past several days, and so what the president wants to make sure is that Maui has the government of Hawaii has everything that they need.
Well, first off,
to
you're a
support the
liar.
people on the ground. It's been a devastation as we have seen. You've just
And we
mentioned,
hate you. On to the next
the
one.
loss of life. You just.
No. You're in the wrong segment.
Oh shit, you're right.
You had one job, Lonnie.
Hey man, do the
Well,
best
technically
you
2.
can.
Can you discuss at all the president's personal reaction to, as a father, of the special counsel being appointed to continue the Hunter Biden probe?
So let me just first say, and you've heard me say this before, that this case was handled independently by the Justice
No, it wasn't.
Department under a leadership of
You're a liar.
Appointed U.S. attorney.
Liar! Bullshit.
This is consistent with what the president has been saying for a long while now.
No, it's
going way
not.
back to
You're a
his
liar.
campaign days,
Liar!
he would
And we
restore
hate
the
you.
Department of
On to the
Justice
next one.
independence.
It doesn't even matter what she says at this point.
From
Like, we don't have to listen to the whole thing. We just need short little snippets of it because it's full of lies.
She is
Now,
in fact a liar.
Here's the thing. Okay, we were talking about hall passes earlier. If I had a reporter hall pass, she's it.
Yep.
Great. There's been plenty of criticism over Weiss's appointment as special counsel from
Mine would be the deuce.
the folks who criticized the
Fair
deal,
enough.
the deal he pushed through that was later rejected. But now the attorney for Hunter Biden also suggested that if special counsel Weiss brings any more charges than have already been brought, it would be because something other than the facts and the law have come into play, suggesting that he could potentially buckle to political pressure. So you've had criticism coming from a lot of different areas over Weiss. How can the White House assure people that the case involving the president's son is being handled fairly?
Anything that has been stated or said by Hunter's representative, I would have to refer you to his representatives. That is not something that I will respond to. What I
Yeah,
can say,
because
and I
you
said
don't
it at
want
the
to
top
talk about it
of the
because you're going to look like a
question,
fucking
is that the
idiot
Department
and a
of Justice is
liar.
independent. That's what the president believes. He believes that
No,
this
he
White House will
doesn't.
not politicize the Department of Justice.
Bullshit.
This was done under the leadership of a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney, as you all
You
know.
are so
And
stupid.
so I'm just not going to add anything else to that.
You're a liar.
Liar!
And we hate
to
you.
answer
All
questions.
right, pause it real quick. So, you talked about the hall pass. Oh, and I had an ADD moment. That lady.
First off, I would like to point out.
wait.
Hold on, no. Before you get into your point, I would like to note the disgust on Justin Castro's face from that pop up.
Oh,
Pull it back up. Pull it back up for everybody to see. Yeah, see Justin Castro over there? I mean, Justin Trudeau? I mean, Castro? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to call him anymore. You see how disgusted he looks? Yeah, that's me every time Joe stops the video to point out somebody in the video.
Well, yeah, I waited till the end. And you dang ADHD'd me by talking about reporter hall pass. And I'm sitting here looking at this lady like she's going to be like on top of you. And she's going to be like, there is no Dana. There is only Zool. She just looks crazy. That hair looks like she's like made out of flames.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Are you okay?
I'm kind of retarded.
That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the chick from the Ghostbusters.
Anywho,
Real man of genius.
Corinne Jean-Pierre, we hate you, and that's been We Hate. And now for our new segment, because, you know, we're just going to power through all these. It's time for Chats with Pop Pop.
So
here we go. Bidenomics and the economy, except for that's not what he's about to talk about. Go for it.
I apologize because I try very hard to keep my speeches between 15 and 18 minutes.
Oh, Lord help
But I got to talk a little bit about Hawaii. I've been on the phone with the governor coming up here and the senators. And let me say, address that devastating wildfires, some of which are still burning in Hawaii. They've claimed the lives of 99 people so far. And they haven't cleaned things up yet.
Me too.
The deadliest wildfire in more than 100 years. A whole city destroyed. Generations of native Hawaiian history turned into ruin. FEMA, search and rescue teams are sifting through the ashes in that 5-mile area that
FEMA's
you've
got a
seen
good
on
track
television
record.
has been burned. It's painstaking work. It takes time. And it's nerve-wracking. Most of the debris can't be removed until it's done.
First off,
like, I get it, but that's not what you're there to talk about, bro.
Well, first off, why joke about 15 to 18 minute long speeches when you're about to talk about
you're about to exceed that?
That's very
he's just fucking a joke.
Very
what it is tragic. He's trying to make up for the fact that he said no comment is what it is. And now he's trying to backpedal.
And then there's this.
Indulge me, Mr. President, on a domestic matter. What is your reaction to the special counsel appointment last week into your son? Thank you.
Well, first of all, look, there's not much, if anything, I agree on with my predecessor on foreign policy. His America First policy, walking away from the rest of the world, has made us weaker, not stronger. America's strong with our allies and our alliances, and that's what.
Wait a minute.
I think you started reading the wrong pre-selected answer there.
That's a bit weird.
The Matrix is glitching.
That's not the question. That's the wrong question, bro.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Except for he didn't know. His staff knew. He didn't.
Smell like failure.
Indeed he does. Give him an oof. Oof. Yeah. That is a spicy meatball. So yeah, pop. Maybe.
Does anybody say anything about it? Like,
they don't need to. It's.
You know what I'm saying, like, does the guy go like, "That's not mine"?
Let's continue here.
Why we will endure, and it's a strength that, quite frankly, that increases all the three of our strengths. This is just about one summit. What makes today's different is it actually launching a series of initiatives that are actually institutional changes in how we deal with one another. And security.
Are you gonna
insert?
And then the news actually like puts. Oh my gosh.
Are you gonna answer the question?
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
I would love it if a reporter just went like, "Mr. President, that wasn't my question."
He should have. But, the media is going to do media things. Anyway.
And the guy probably didn't want to die.
On to the next one, because this one is just painful.
That one hurt a lot.
That's painful.
The reporter probably didn't want to die either, so that's probably why he didn't do it.
Well, yeah, he didn't want to be Epsteined. And then there's this. Quit hitting the wrong button, Lonnie.
Sorry, but it sounds cool.
Can you tell us about your Hawaii trip, sir?
No, not
Free
now.
Jean-Pierre.
I'm going to be
This
leaving.
motherfucker.
I'll be there on Monday.
Why is it important that you go?
Sir, on the family issue.
She's like,
Thank you, Mr. President.
hold on. Watch her face as he says that. Watch her face.
Monday.
Why is it important that you go?
Sir, on the family
This motherfucker.
She's like, now
just
I'm gonna
made
go.
my life
just made my
miserable.
job harder. I fucking hate this job.
This fucking old cracker.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
I don't get paid enough. I can't even get my hair done anymore because I'm too busy
I know,
running
I've had
interference for Joe Biden.
I've had the same hairdo for the last year and a half.
Go back to the start, though.
She's just sitting there looking like son of a
Tell us
bitch.
about your Hawaii trip, sir.
No, not now.
No,
I'm
not
going to be
now.
leaving. I'll be there on Monday.
Why is it important that you go?
Sir, on the family issue. Thank you, Mr. President.
What's your 7th granddaughter's name?
Can you tell us about your Hawaii trip, sir?
No, not now. I'm
Free
gonna be
Jean-Pierre's
leaving. I'll
face
be
is
there
just
on Monday.
fantastic.
Why is it important that you go?
No, not now. I have the shit.
The resting bitch face is real with that one.
And she gives the...
But, here's the thing, right? Okay, so watching Joe Biden walk away from something is terrifying. Because I genuinely worry that it may be the last
time he walks away from anything.
Clip of Joe Biden walking away. And Shapiro said this too. Sometimes I wonder if this clip of Biden is going to be the last clip of Biden. For someone who sold his soul, his entire political career to the highest bidder, this is the legacy that he's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
This is how people are going to remember him, not for anything good that he may have done, which is nothing, because he didn't do anything good except for, in his opinion, imprisoning black fathers. With
he
his,
stood up to Corn Pop.
And he stood up to Corn Pop, and Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And he got his leg hair rubbed by kids.
And he showered with his own daughter inappropriately.
Said it in her diary.
And probably did coke with Hunter a couple of times.
Yeah, with the hookers.
And definitely had true
international effort to pressure.
There was that. And then there was
Go, you know the thing.
Exactly. If you hold something near and dear and you carry anyway.
And
chocolate chip ice cream.
And you're a dog-faced pony soldier.
Oh, I sent something to the Liberty chat earlier this week that we need to play just because of the fact that A, it's hilarious because it's an ATF agent getting tased, and B, it has a special part in a special place in your heart in particular. And we can make that part of the funny. We're just going to hang out for the next 30 minutes because I'm out of stuff.
We don't have any of this
for this week. Oh yeah, we do have it this week on X. My bad.
The hell
My bad.
you
I forgot
doing?
about that.
What's wrong with you, boy?
And for the final segment of the show, other than the funny, it is time for This Week on X.
Yes, you send me a lot.
Hold on. You're just going to have to wait until after This Week on X, okay? Go to the first tweet there. Just click. Chris Mowry, one of my least favorite people on Twitter. RFK wants to ban abortion at 3 months. You shouldn't even begin discussing an abortion ban that early. RFK wants to take away rights from women. He is not a good candidate. So, you know, me, being me, killing a baby is not right. Is not a right. None of us are glad that your mother wasn't more passionate about her right to kill you in the womb, but here you are, pissing into a headwind and thinking it's raining. Get fucked, Chris Mowry. I hate you. Next. President Biden. Our prayers are with the people of Hawaii. But not just our prayers. Every asset that they need will be there for them.
Only it's not.
Hold on. But, you know, go ahead and go to the next one. We're laser focused on getting aid to survivors, including critical needs assistance. A one-time $700 payment per household offering relief during an unimaginably difficult time. We have staff on the ground dedicated to helping survivors navigate the registration process. Go to the next one, because this is my favorite one. Oof. Nina Turner. $700? Yes, $700, because your Democrat president does not give a shit about your black ass. Oof. That's just the truth. Black people are only useful to Democrats
when it comes
every
to
4
voting.
years. Every 4 years. They just created a new...
Oh my God.
New,
shit. Sorry. Floral is not your color.
First off, premature, and second off,
woo, that is.
I won't be
rough.
premature for the rest of the day. I promise you that.
Clown World shares some pretty good stuff because we do indeed live in a clown world. And this would be the Tinder profile of a man named Anna.
30 years old.
I'm a non-binary trans
Would
woman.
you shut up? This is my segment.
Well, then just read it.
The whole show's my segment at this point.
Well, then read it. Read your shit. No.
No, go ahead. I like it when you do it.
A non-binary...
You can't even make it through.
I'm a... Damn it.
Bring me Han Solo and the Wookiee.
I'm a non-binary trans woman looking to date woman.
I hate that.
So basically, you're a straight dude that just wants to look like a woman.
I'm not gay no more. I'm delivered.
I practice ENM. What is ENM?
Ethical non-monogamy.
And my husband knows about it. I work 2 jobs and I live with my husband and puppies. I'm a high-functioning ASP. I'm assuming Asperger's. So I may be socially awkward at the beginning. I don't know what the rest is.
I don't know either, and I don't want to know.
Nope, don't care.
I don't want to know.
I have enough information from that little bit that I don't care anymore.
First off, you are a sick person, and you need help. And second off...
Stop it. Get some help.
What in the world, man?
And by the way...
And
you're a man.
And also, well, no, they're non-binary.
No.
They're a non-binary trans woman, so how do they even know that they're a woman?
They're a man. That's a guy.
If they're non-binary, well, I know, but if they're non-binary...
You can't be trans if you're non-binary.
Yeah, you can't be a trans person if you're non-binary because you don't
rules,
identify as either gender.
You're expecting the rules to be cut and dry with these people. That's not the case.
What it is they're like, what names can I put in here to make myself sound more liberal?
Well, unfortunately for you,
I'll be honest with you.
Your 5 o'clock shadow showing. Next one.
Oh
boy. Lovely pictures.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez press release is back.
You mad,
and
bro?
it retweeted a New York Post post. That's a fucking weird... Anyway, AOC squad spent $1.2 million in campaign cash on private security despite calls to defund the police. So, AOC press release said...
Your fly's down.
You mad, bro? And I love it. Next. And then Tommy Lahren. I will never be forced to wear a face diaper ever again. Screw your masks. Which is only relevant because apparently COVID is back. And that is This Week on X. Anywho, Joe, now let's find that video.
All right. Is that it?
No. That's the one that Cody sent. Just search.
So you know what's
Click
been
search.
You know what's been making the rounds? My coworker, who's like a big Christian guy. He was like, "Hey, have you seen that video?" And I said, "What video?" He said, "You know the guy in his hoochie daddy shorts."
Hey boy, what'd that pee-pee do?
He always thought that was the funniest thing, and he's like, big Christian guy. And he was like, man, he said, "What that pee-pee do got me." I said, "He got everybody."
Boy, what that pee-pee do?
I don't know. It pees. It's small. Leave me alone. I got catcalled 17 times.
I think it was the one.
Did you hear that day we put it on the show?
Yeah.
There's something in for Joe in particular at the end of this one, is what it says. Hold on. I'll just send it to the thing. Because I think...
Hey, guys.
Did you know that girls of color are twice as likely to drop out compared to their white teammates?
Go away.
Did you know that girls of color are
Oh my
twice
God.
as likely to drop
Why?
out compared
It's the Chinese taking your phone over.
Yeah, I'm outside in the shop. My pants down. I was taking a shit.
Oh yeah, that one.
That's not it. No. That's not the one.
There's a snake in here.
Down taking a shit.
That's not the one, but that's hilarious.
There's a snake in here. I was taking a shit.
No! It's gone.
Did it get...
Shit.
Did it get deleted?
Apparently, the account got suspended.
Oh, shit.
It may be somewhere else, though. What's the video about?
So, it's... Hold on. Let me see if I can find something here. Because this is important to me.
Hey, boy, what that pee-pee do? I don't know. It pees. It's small. Leave me alone.
I think we should just put this one up as the funny.
Let's see.
What the fuck? Why have I not seen this? Flood it again. Insert the guy from the Big Lebowski doing that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, I can't. I don't know where it's at.
Is it just cops get tased? Or cops
No,
get tased?
it's an ATF agent. Anyway, I'm going to put it over here so that you can see it.
Is it that? Look here. Is it?
Yeah, but it's a short. Lonnie, it's up.
All right.
Now this is funny just because it's an ATF agent, because fuck the ATF.
We don't need your alphabet soup.
Yeah, abolish all 3-letter agencies in the federal government. Let's play this because it's hilarious.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition.
Okay, hold on.
turn
Pause it
around.
for a
Let me see your
second.
hand.
Okay, so the backstory on this is that this ATF agent shows up to a citizen's house asking to see his firearms. And the guy goes, "Okay, let me go get them for you." And then he shuts the door, goes in there, and calls the police.
Good fuck, nerd.
Says, "There's a guy here claiming to be an ATF agent wanting to see my firearms, and I don't believe him." Proceed.
You know what that guy said? Uno reverse.
Turn around. Let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands.
I'm a federal
I need
fucking
to see
agent.
some ID. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground.
What is your deal?
Get on the ground now!
What's your deal, buddy?
Federal agent.
9171-103.
I don't give a fuck what you
Get on
are.
the
Get
ground!
I don't give a shit. Put your dick in the dirt, buddy.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
He doesn't
Get
have
on the
to.
ground. We'll figure it out.
Not getting on the ground.
Well, then stay where
I'm
you're
not
at.
getting on the
Oh,
ground.
yes, you are. I think
you're
Why do you gotta
wrong.
make this harder than it is?
Listen, I'm not getting on
I
the ground.
have no problem making this.
My
I
ID.
just want to see if anybody's free precinct to respond as well.
I didn't ask for your idea. I told you to get on the fucking ground.
Skip
I'm
forward
not
some.
overreacting. We can open. Okay, fine. Do you down?
I'm not getting on the
Chopper things.
Here you go.
91.
On the ground.
On the ground. Face down now. Face down.
Still think you ain't getting on the ground?
You are the one making the
You
mistake.
guys are making a big
Face down
mistake.
now. All the way down. All the way. All the way.
You got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left
And we're
pocket.
going to put your arm behind your back.
Wait a sec.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a
No,
moron.
Wait a second.
Acting like
Wait
a moron.
Wait a
Or he
second.
works for the ATF,
Don't
so.
do this.
Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket.
We're getting you secured first.
Please, wait. No, whoa. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Please.
I'm hyperventilating.
Please,
I smell like fake.
I'm not.
Stop resisting.
Would you
now.
please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop.
I'm
If you were
begging
really
you.
an ATF
My
agent, you
wife's
would know
friend,
just to
please.
shut up and
It's
do what
right
they
here.
say.
Please get it. Wait, sir, help me up. Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do it. Wait, sir.
Stop resisting now.
Please help me.
George
Sir,
Floyd
please
was
get
my brother. I can't
my
breathe.
federal creds.
Get your taser out, Joe.
No, don't do that, please. Sir,
Don't do that. Don't taste me, bro.
You sound like a
Help
bee.
me up.
No.
Help me up.
No, you're going to stay on the ground and put your right arm behind your back.
Let me breathe.
Oh,
Let me
he's gonna
breathe.
drive
I'm
by
done.
your ass.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
get
Ow,
him.
don't do that. Okay, here. My God, it is cuffed. Please stop.
Get him cuffed.
Please stop, sir. Wait a second.
Oh,
Sir,
funny how when you're on the other side of the
help me
law,
up.
huh?
please. I'm a federal agent. My God, my gun, my pistol.
You have no idea what you are, acting the way you are.
Sir!
Yeah.
Who the heck do you think you are acting like
Nobody! I wanted you to see my goddamn creds. The lady was freaking out, for Christ's sake. Oh. Sir, please. Please.
What state is this in?
Ohio.
Yeah.
In Ohio, a blue state?
Sit up.
They're swing states.
Sit up. Sit up.
Creds.
Let him sit up. Let him
I
sit up.
showed her my goddamn creds, for Christ's sake. Right there, left pocket.
Yeah, do you think she knows what the official creds of the ATF are?
Stay. Don't try and
Guys,
sit up.
I did it.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Then you should have behaved the way you
act
did.
the way you did?
You should have just got down on the ground, you
See
fucking
my
dick,
creds, for Christ's
dick
Personal
bag.
accountability,
My God, I'm here
dickhead.
fucking talking. No, you're the one that's in the wrong. Sir.
Yeah, stick it to him. Fuck this guy up.
Sir, I was trying to get No, you didn't command. Sir, I'm with you guys, for Christ's sake.
Oh, now you're with
Federal agent.
Who's your supervisor? What's his name? What's your supervisor's name?
Hang on a second. The SAC is currently John McPherson, who's on his way out to retire, who will soon be rolling.
I took the mag out.
My God. This is crazy.
Get fucked,
You
nerd.
ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Sucks to suck.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, okay, we can stop this now.
Wait, hold on.
The reason that I sent that is because of the fact that at the end of the video, after the guy's been tased and everything, the guy's like, I think it just nutted in my pants. Quick, somebody show me Nancy Pelosi's floppy titties.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Here's the good part.
No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it.
Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
Oh, it happened, baby.
Well, it happened.
Yeah.
And
you know what I
And you
say?
cried like a little bitch.
Bullshit. At some point, it cut it out on this one, but at some point, he goes, "My wife is pregnant."
And then while you were on the ground, you cried like a little bitch.
Yes, indeed.
No, don't do that, sir.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't taste me, bro. Don't taste me, bro.
Put your dick in the dirt now.
Let me see if I sent it to.
That was good.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than ATF agents getting
The long dick of the law.
There's another one that I think we should play because it is also hilarious.
ATF man got the reach around.
He got an oil check and a reach around. They fucked his day up. Dude, that was fucking hilarious. Oh, it's not happening. 5 minutes later. Sir, don't do that, please. Please don't tase me. I have a medical condition. I'm hyperventilating. Just lay your ass down on the ground, man. Stop resisting.
Yeah, you would think he would know better.
It's like, dude.
Oh, he does know better.
He just thought he was above the law.
Yeah, he thought he was above the law. That's exactly what he thought.
You thought wrong, compadre.
At that moment, you were literally under the law.
Oh, man, that was a perfect time.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
At that moment, he was literally under the law. Literally.
The long dick of the law.
All right, I'm putting one more in there. Because this one's hilarious, mainly because of what the guy says to the ATF agents. Oh, shit.
Oh, is it what I think it is?
Ah, shit.
Are those level 3 plates?
No. Why? There we go.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen clips of this.
I don't really care too much. Yeah, there we go.
For potential straw purchases. Now, I'm going to show you the video here in a second, but I'm going to set it up for you first so you kind of understand it. It's basically
go ahead and skip on.
ATF vests the gun, checking to see did not still have the guns. Now, if you'll notice in the video, this is not the hood. This doesn't appear to be in a bad neighborhood. Seems like the low-hanging fruit for these guys. In other words, this is legal act.
Look, verifying that you have it. You got 2 different purchases.
Okay.
If you have them, I'm out of here. That's how quick it is. Yeah. You have them with you by any chance? Are they? If you can unload them and bring them out, or you can go out to your foyer here, check them out, by serial number, and we're out of here.
Like this?
Yep.
That's it. It'll take 5 seconds.
The reason we're out here is we're obviously gun violence has been an uptick, so we want to make sure we've been having a lot of issues with straw purchases. And so one of the things we indicators.
I don't think this is the right one.
A large gun purchase, and then a lot of times we've been there like,
oh, those. The idea is when you purchase more than 2 guns at a time, it generates a multiple sale report. When it comes through.
At the ATF.
Nope, that's not the right one.
Them look at that. They were trying to get.
Not only that, but why do you have to come to my house to see if I bought guns?
Well, you didn't hear him, Joe. If you buy more than
one,
gun,
and it creates a report. Like, why?
Yeah, that's my thought. Doesn't matter if I buy 50.
Like, what if I'm buying a rifle for me and a rifle for my kid? Like, piss off. Yeah. It's small. It pees. Leave me alone.
What's that gun do? I don't know. It's small. It pees. Leave me alone. T-minus 5 seconds.
FBI, open up!
Yep. Oh, come on. I've seen this a million times and now I can't find it. This is dumb.
Stupid.
Let's see if I've seen it. Shut up. Sorry for the dead air here.
There is a funny one. Lonnie, go to YouTube.
Lonnie's on his phone, not paying attention to you.
Lonnie, go to YouTube.
No, I heard him. I just don't want to do it. You don't own me.
Lonnie, can you please go to YouTube?
You don't own me, white man.
Lonnie, would you please go to YouTube so he'll shut up?
Oh. I was appreciating the dead air.
I got a funny one.
Bet you don't.
I bet I do. And just type in, are those level 3 plates?
Oh, yeah, that's...
Or level 4 plates or whatever.
Is this the short where the ATF is like checking the guy out?
Well, it's not really ATF. It's some dude's
I know,
video.
but
yeah, that one, that first one.
Hey, is that legal?
Yeah, we need to go.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we need to go.
It's the P&W Gorilla Crew. They're pretty funny.
I know I've
Have you
sent
seen
it.
this one? Hold on. Yeah, this is it.
What you got there? Is that a...
Oh, I love this one.
Is that 16 inches? Is that SBR?
Yeah,
Is that
man.
legal?
All legal here.
That's legal.
Legal as one can
This,
be.
16 inches.
Yeah, about.
Maybe
Maybe
a
a
little
little
bit
longer.
calibrated, but if I pulled out this pecker and I marked 8 places on that, I'm getting 16.
And you're gonna measure. Are you saying your pecker's 2 inches long?
You got more than that? You got more than that?
Yes. By a
That's
lot.
the average, right?
Is that considered a micro penis or?
What you got there? Is that a...
Considered micro penis. Wait, go to the homepage. I saw something. Like, go back. Just go back. Not the YouTube homepage.
What homepage are you talking about?
Go back.
You're talking
Back.
about the...
It went away. Well, it might be right here in this little scrolly area. There you go. Go. Keep going. Keep going. One more. Keep going. Where the hell did it go? I've seen it like 1,000,000 times.
Now you know how I feel right now.
It said, "Sir, the one that said, sir, we've hit a nuclear submarine." Just type in, "We hit a nuclear." We hit a sub.
fake news.
I don't want to.
So a few things to talk about on that front.
Let's see. A U.S. submarine struck an underwater mountain last month. No, that's years ago. That was 2 years ago.
A couple things I want to talk about that we didn't see in that video.
I want this one video in particular, and I need it.
Let's see. Damn it.
What?
I was just trying to find this thing.
Oh, did y'all see this?
No.
Oh, he gets high as fuck from it too?
Oh, God.
He said I accidentally inhaled it.
What happened?
I'm trying so hard to find this on anywhere that I can possibly find it, and it doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
What are you trying to find?
The guy sending the ATF agents away, telling them to watch out for dogs in the neighborhood. It's so annoying that I can't find this shit, because I know it's out there.
Is it a short?
No, there's a full-length video of it too, because it's fairly long.
What the shit?
What the hell? Is that a booty?
This is super annoying. I really want this video so that we can be done. And I cannot find it.
Yeah, my booty hurts.
You'll live.
My booty hurts.
I think you'll be okay.
My booty hurts. Go to... That's the same dude. Go to that one.
I'm looking for something.
Oh. I remember what it's about.
If we
now.
have any more viewers right now, I'd be surprised. No, we have 3.
Yeah, I think Malik is still watching. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so first off, the fact that they're coming door to door asking about solvent traps is enough. But check this out.
Okay. You still have it? I'm not going to answer any questions. Okay. Well, we're actually here to recover because they're being used as suppressors. You have a warrant? I don't have a warrant. If you let me finish, I can talk to you. Okay? Yep.
That's where you first fucked
They're
up.
being
Being
used
a
as
dick.
suppressors. Now, we're just here to pick them up. If you don't have it, you can sign that you don't have it anymore.
I'm not going to sign anything.
Okay, don't sign anything. So what will happen is if you're caught with it, we'll prosecute you federally for an NFA item. Okay? You're obviously going to be on the radar now. I appreciate all the cooperation. We just came to pick it up and have it destroyed. But since you're being such a polite person, I mean, we'll leave it at that.
What? Because he knows his rights?
Correct. I mean, you bought a
No,
jig
you
with
don't.
it for your AR-15.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So
this
but
isn't
if
the
you want-
first time we've done this.
If you want to come back with a warrant, I mean, you can do that.
Okay,
Take
absolutely.
your hand on your pocket for me, please. I'm sorry? Take your hand on your pocket for me. You're on my property. I can put my hands where I want. All right, we're law enforcement. We're talking to you in an official capacity, so you're on my property. Have your hand in your pocket, so. We're not trying to be jerks here.
You are, though.
But you are. But you are.
You're the ATF. Come
We're
on.
idiots?
No, I didn't say that.
What
I
did
said
you
you're
say?
the ATF.
Correct.
Your entire job is to take away people's guns.
I don't think you have any idea what our job
I know
is, actually.
everything about your job.
Oh,
All it
please
is
tell
to
me.
erode the Second Amendment.
Okay.
Shall not be infringed.
So, violent criminals with guns that we take off the street. That's
At Waco? Like at Ruby Ridge?
Oh my gosh.
My
Bro,
dogs?
you need to quit.
I need to keep my dogs
You
in
need
the
to
house.
quit reading.
I need to keep my dogs in my
You're
house.
watching too many shows and
Yeah,
reading too many books.
yeah. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll find you again someday.
No, you won't.
Nope, you won't.
Anyway, have a good
You see,
one.
I'm about to go on a boat on a lake,
And sink it.
and I may or may not put the plug in. You know what I mean?
Anyway, all the criminals with guns on the streets.
Yeah, that's
we've
not taken
off the
law-abiding.
streets.
It's not law.
Street gang.
This video is fucking hilarious.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, let's do it, and then we're
You
gonna
haven't
go.
seen Captain Higgins?
I'm sure I have. It's just been a while.
Captain Higgins has a set of nuts we all will envy.
Responsible for hundreds of violent crimes, murders, armed robberies, witness intimidation, burglaries, drug trafficking, extortion, and brutal beatings. We've arrested 10 of these thugs and have warrants on 7 more. Every one of these animals is most definitely armed and dangerous. Darren Carter, Aaron Carter, Travis Cooper, Cody Guidry, Jaron Diggs, Kirkland Demachet, and Jonathan Landry.
Bobby
We
Boucher.
have felony warrants for your arrest.
It is in Louisiana.
You will be hunted. You will be tracked. And if you raise your weapon to a man like me, we'll return fire with superior fire. Darren Carter, you think men like these are
Uniform
afraid
change.
of an uneducated, 125-pound punk like you that's never won a fair fight in your life and holds your gun sideways? Young man, I'll meet you on solid ground anytime, anywhere, light or heavy. Makes no difference to me. You won't walk away. Look at you. Men like us, son, we do dumbbell presses with weights bigger than you. And the convicts in jail, most of those men are good people who just found themselves crossed with the law. They're not evil, and they don't respect you or any punk like you. They'll toss you around like a rag doll. I encourage every citizen watching this to look into your own heart and find the American courage that conquers all evil. I implore you to listen to this message and stand up. Take back your streets. Take back your country. Come forward with information about these heathens that have terrorized your community. And for those who would use this message as a way to create false racial division in our country, take a close look behind me. Standing next to every cop is a leader of our black community. This is not about race. It's about right versus wrong.
Get fucked, nerds.
One last message to the gremlins. You don't like the things I've told you tonight? I got one thing to say. I'm easy to find. On behalf of the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office, the Louisiana State Police, the U.S. Marshals, and every cop and law-abiding citizen from sea to shining sea, I'm Captain Clay Higgins, asking every patriot to stand up, share this video, and send a clear message to the world. We're Americans. We'd rather die on our feet than live on our knees.
Captain Higgins.
What the hell? I forgot what it was. Leave me alone.
Yeah, Captain Higgins. He may be Bobby Boucher's uncle, but damn it.
Damn it, you're right.
Real man of genius.
No.
Fuck yeah! I'm Justin.
I'm Joe.
I'm Lonnie.
Tally ho, lads.